I could play the background. I could play the background. Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you could take the lead.
Yeah. No more hand records, no more fake friends. Too many people switch when the story ends. Keyboard warriors typing like they know me. Talking real loud, but they never really show me. Money is the root of all evil, I seen it. People lose their soul every day just to reach it. Smiles turn fake when the cash starts speaking. Hearts grow cold when the jealousy creeping. I got new friends, they believe since day one. Stay right beside me when the dark nights come. Never switch sides when the battles weren't won. Now we thank God for the things he's done. Only person that I trust is God above. Everybody else changed when life is rough. So I keep my faith and I walk with love. Even when this whole world ain't enough.
I could play the background. I could play the background. Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you could take the lead.
I seen envy turn brothers into strangers. Seen fake love bring nothing but danger. Everybody wanna act tough on the internet, but real life pain got a different effect. So I stay focused, keeping God first. Even through the stress and the hurt. Every lesson in life gave me worth. Even when I fell, buried in the dirt. No more fake smiles, I can read lies. Too many masks hiding real eyes. But I still pray for the lost soul. Trying to fill emptiness with gold. Cause money can't save you when your spirit weak. Can't buy peace when your heart can't sleep. That's why every single night I see God's voice every time I speak.
When the world turns dark, you still light my way. When my faith feels weak, you help me stay. Through every storm, you never leave. So I give you all of me and let you lead. Yeah, I could play the background. I could play the background. Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I can play the background, the ground, and you can take the lead.
No fake friends. No keyboard warriors. Only God I trust. You take the lead.
The night's alive again, feel it under my skin. Yeah. Something in the dark is calling out my name. Every time the sun goes down, I feel the change. Heartbeat racing like a fire in my veins. Every moment turning pages in the flames. Electric in the air, I feel the tension rise. City lights reflecting deep inside your eyes. Lost between the shadows and the skyline glow. This is where the broken hearts ignite the show. I feel the energy burning inside of me. We're gonna set this free tonight. Let's in your chest. Every doubt in my head getting laid to rest. We were stuck in the shadows, living half alive. Now we're breaking through the dark just to finally rise. See the sparks in the sky like a signal flare. Every voice in the crowd saying we're still here. Every scar, every loss turned a spark to a flame. Now the whole world's burning when they scream our name. We were lost in the noise, trying just to survive. Now the sound of the night makes the moment ignite. So we strike like lightning when the beat drops down. Turn the fear into fire when the world shuts down. The energy breaking the chains in me. We're gonna set this free tonight. Let's light it up tonight, like a meteor burning through the sky. We won't fade into the night. What happens in the dark, we're gonna shine. Light it up tonight. Let the fire in our souls collide. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Your eyes shining through the night. Your voice pulling me to the light. My head keeps spinning, the world keeps shifting. But we won't disappear. Let's light it up tonight, like 1,000 stars across the sky. We won't fade into the night. We're burning brighter every time. Light it up tonight. Let the darkness finally ignite. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Yeah. 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 Okay. I was stuck up in the storm, yeah. Trying to find where I belong, yeah. Now I walk tall, I stay strong. Hear me now, I've been moving on. I don't need fear, I'm reborn. Tell them I'm so free, no, and record on me. I'm so free, no, and record on me. Stand tall, head high, no shame on me. I'm so free, no, and record on me. Back then I was trapped in doubt. People talking loud, trying to count me out. Now I'm stepping out the dark, found light inside my heart. No more chains hanging from my soul. No more fear trying to take control. Every scar turned into strength. Every loss helped build my faith. Flex online, I feel real life. Peace in my mind, that's my highlight. Stay true even through hard nights. Now I shine bright with the right light. Running through the rain, now I healed up. Every setback only made me realer. Freedom in my spirit, can't steal that. Henry Cord gone, I don't feel that. Tell them I'm so free, no Henry Cord on me. I'm so free, no chains holding me. Head high, strong soul, no shame on me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord on me. Okay. I was stuck up in the storm, yeah. Trying to find where I belong, yeah. Now I walk tall, I stand strong, yeah. I don't chase fame, I chase peace. Real love and loyalty over greed. People switch up for the spotlight glow, but real ones stay when the lights get low. I survive pressure, survive pain. Walk through fire, hurt, dance through rain. Now every day feels like a reset. No fear living inside my chest. No chains on me, no fear on me. No Henry Cord controlling me. I'm free now, finally free now. Yeah. I'm so free.
Welcome to the Big Rudy Show today. I'm your host, Mr. Rudy. Thank you for having me here for a Sunday afternoon. So I want to thank everyone who's coming in, joining the live chill stream. And I want to give everybody a round of applause. So today we're going to talk about a lot of things for this topic. So I want to introduce myself. People don't know who I am. So my name is Mr. Rudy. Mostly I do content of wrestling, Funko Pop news, horror news, talk about more horror, a little bit in the paranormal activity world, a little bit, not too much, but learning and opening some Pokemon cards. And also I also talk about anime and other stuff like going to cons. So right now it's con season. So far I know two cons that's coming soon. By the end of this month, May, you have Monster Palooza going on at Pasadena, and also Anime Riverside. It's going to be at Riverside. I know that Anime Riverside, they're going to have the voice actor from Goku, Sean, Johnny Young Bosch, and many more on the list. Then Monster Palooza at Pasadena, they're going to have Art the Clown, Sarah, at WWE Page. So a lot of stuff is going on. Till next month, we're going to talk about more cons coming nearby. And so far, that's it. So let's talk about some Funko Pop news coming soon. I like to cover my boy Skittle Rampage. He can announce some new Funko Pop coming soon. And really great content. Go follow his content. And what else Funko Pop is going on. And it's fair use.
Today, guys, we have first looks at lots of new Funko Pops dropping next week, as well as a bunch of other updates. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new Funko News update video. Lots of really fun stuff to talk about today. Before we jump into all that, though, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, do you have a Funko Pop or a character in your collection that was originally evil, but then turned good? And I'm going to go with Piccolo here. Okay, let's jump into our news, and let's start off with what's new and dropping next week. Starting off with Mob Psycho here. You guys have been waiting for these for a long time. We do have 3 Mob Psycho 100 Pops. This includes Mob, a Mob Chase variation, and then Reagan there. So,
if you know that, I don't know this anime, but if you look in the bottom, there's like a Chase version of it. And Remy have something in his hand, or sometimes they have like special ones. The original.
for Mob, it's actually him using 100%. There's like earth breaking in the background there. It's a really cool little mold there. And then for the Chase variation, it's his more simple look where he's holding a bag. So for Reagan here, a lot of people have been asking because I guess the detail isn't as good, but it's actually Reagan throwing salt, essentially. So that's what that pop is, kind of in an action pose. Tied to the side there, it looks pretty cool for the most part. Now, guys, I do believe we're expected to see at least one exclusive in this Mob Psycho set that we should see next week. So personally for me, I feel like I'm in the minority here. I've seen a few people make these comments, but I don't think these pops crazy look like the characters in the face molds. I think the body, the outfits, the little details, coloring and all that, I think was done very well. But then when you look at the face, it just doesn't really look like Mob to me. And I think maybe it's because he doesn't have the proper eyes, because he can't give him that proper expression, I suppose. I think that's just what it is. Like legit, guys, when I look at the Mob 100% pop, I kind of just see Deku with black hair. But again, not to say that these are bad pops. Like I said, everybody loves them. I'm personally passing on the set. I think overall Funko did do a good job. Anyways, though, let me know if you will be grabbing this set. These will be dropping along with a few other things we're about to talk about over on Wednesday next week at 9 a.m. PST. Okay, next up for pop video games, we do have new Metal Gear Solid.
So we got the new Metal Gear Solid Funko Pop. I'm super excited because they dropped a while back Snake and Fox. What's the fuck? No, Fox. Wolf from Metal Gear 3. So you have Metal Gear from the first game, Snake and Liquid Snake are brothers. And I used to play Metal Gear a lot, like 1 to 5, and also I buy the collection set. I know they do the new Metal game called, well, basically it's a remake version of Metal Gear 3, so called Snake Eater. So
Pops. This includes Liquid Snake and Solid Snake. Looks like a lot of people are very excited about these too. But let me know what you guys think watching the video here. Will you be grabbing these or passing on them? I definitely like Solid Snake here. Next up for sports fans, lots of new MLB pops here. This includes Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We also have Bobby Witt Jr., Adley Rutschman. Then we have Roki Sasaki, I think that's how you say their name, Trea Turner.
So you got baseball, Funko Pop. I only got one Funko Pop, baseball from the LA Dodgers, Mookie. And I think I have 2 Mookie Funko Pop, but I need to get rid of one of them.
And Roman Anthony. So what I'm actually curious about, specifically for Bobby Witt, is that the first one with like a base stand kind of throwing like that? I know they usually just kind of have standard poses, but I don't remember any of these MLB pops actually having the base stand in the back. Maybe I'm just not thinking of one though. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about these brand new MLB sports pops. Now, 2 more pops that we did get for like, I guess, legends here. This did include a new Wayne Gretzky here where he's skating on the ice. I like that they included the ice little base stand. And then we also have Reggie Jackson there kind of swinging the bat. Both of these are really cool icon pops. Okay, moving on, we do have Scully here, kind of like a skeleton Funko themed thing. I don't know if this is a new mascot or what, but it's kind of like a summer skeleton. So we have Swimmer Scully kind of in the tube on some water. Again, I really like the water base there. Then we also have a Surfer Scully with the wave on the side is really nice, as well as Biker Ride Scully there with the ice cream kind of dropping on the ground. And then finally Skater Scully where he's flipping the board there. It's like a, I guess it's like a wooden plank almost to signify a coffin, I guess, is what they're going for. But if you'll notice, they do have like the Funko logo on the different
Scully. I might get the skateboard one because I used to be a skater back in the days, so they look kind of sick. Skater bros.
different pops there, which is definitely cool. So I guess this is like a new mascot or something. Nonetheless, though, I think it's a really fun set of pops. Okay, so all those new commons we just went over again are dropping next week on Wednesday at 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. EST on sites like Entertainment Earth, Amazon, GameStop, etc. Okay, next up, speaking of another drop happening next week, includes the Dio and the World 2-pack here from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This will actually be dropping Monday at 9 a.m. PT on the Funko shop for $30. Now, according to the Funko Europe shop, it should actually be dropping also on Monday there at 5:30 p.m. BST. And just so you guys know, it looks like it was showing up over at Funko Hollywood yesterday a little bit early. So if you're looking for it in person, you can check there. Now, hopefully this means that the Jotaro and Star Platinum 2-pack will maybe arrive to the Funko shop earlier than Amazon. As you may or may not know, it's actually been delayed twice now over on Amazon, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it still has its July release date. Next up, another pop expected next week is a brand new Grogu here as a pop moment, levitating one of the vehicles in the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Now, no exact word as to what day it's going to drop on, maybe Wednesday, maybe a different day in the week.
Grogu, yay! Star Wars. Baby Yoda. Back in the day, people used to call him Baby Yoda. We'll see in the Mandalorian. I know I saw all the season already, but I don't know if it's gonna connect with the episode.
So stay tuned. Now, guys, let's go and move on to a couple other Funko News updates I have for you guys. So a couple new things did drop recently over at GameStop. We did have the new Sanji here from Raidon Onigashima. This one's available for pre-order at GameStop now. Link down below if you guys want to grab it. Same goes for Satoru Gojo here, the young variation with the glasses there, also available at GameStop. Over at the Funko shop, they do have the two new Spider-Man metallic exclusives, including the pop and keychain here. Again, on the Funko shop there, there's a link down below if you want to grab this for your collection. Okay.
I feel like, wait, the Spider-Man remind me of the one, the exclusive version of the one at Disneyland with the Spider-Man ride. But I'd rather have that one said.
Keychain here, again on the Funko shop there. There's a link down below if you want to grab this for your collection. Okay, speaking of Funko shop drops, a couple new things in stock now. This includes the Lara Croft Funko exclusive in the diving suit. We also have Moana leaping there, as well as the Scarlet Spider swinging on a web. And then finally, Disney Animal Minis. Next up for my Ghost fans, this latest exclusive is available over at Hot Topic now if you want to grab it on their website. Masters of the Universe fans, we did have the new Trap Jaw Amazon exclusive at 1,200 pieces. So this was actually supposed to drop on the 14th, but something happened to where it was actually backdoored early and all the stock sold before it even went live. And most people were sleeping, I'm pretty sure, when this even happened. So that was pretty funny. It was like, okay, like I'm not really shocked it happened, but yeah, it is what it is. I think all the stock is gone, or like maybe somebody's mistaken. I have no idea, but I'll keep you guys posted. But to be honest, with it being 1,200 pieces, it was probably going to be a little bit harder to get regardless. Next up, we have a couple closer looks at a couple upcoming pops. This includes the new Ghost Brook from One Piece here, originally a Child's Collectibles exclusive. This one will be back on their website closer to the release date, so stay tuned if you did miss the initial pre-order, as well as it will be available at the Funko shop. But so far, the mold itself looks really cool. I'm excited to see that glow. Next up for my Spider-Man fans, the new Spider-Man cosplay set. We have a closer look at 4 of the new pops, including the Daredevil one, Doctor Strange, Wolverine, and Human Torch. These are Target exclusives available for pre-order on their website if you want to grab it.
I would grab the unmasked Spider-Man or Wolverine.
Any of them. Next up for Wolverine fans from the animated series, we do have closer look.
So, have you know the Wolverine one when you're holding a picture of Jean Grey and Cyclops? What that was like the 97 episode animated series, like back in the days.
at that Wolverine meme pop there where he's laying on the bed. And we have first looks at that box there. Looks like it's a comic themed style, which is pretty cool. This new Wolverine pop did actually go live for pre-order a while back, but it's still available for pre-order and should be shipping within the next month and a half. I'll have a link down below if you want to grab it. Next up for Stranger Things fans, we have closer looks at that new Split set, as well as the Dustin Henderson and Steve Harrington pops there. So it looks like...
So you got your Stranger Things. I think I watched one episode of Stranger Things for the first season, but I never watched it.
These split pops will actually come with 10th anniversary stickers. Interesting enough. I don't know. I still think I'm kind of just like on the split pops. I don't think they look crazy good. Some people like them. A lot of people don't. Let me know what you guys think. And then the Dustin and Steve, I think, look good. All right, guys, that catches you up on all the latest news and drops for Funko. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you're most excited for out of everything we just went over. And if you have any questions about anything, drop that comment down below, and I will do my best to answer it. As always, though, make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon and Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittle Rampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.
So what do you think about Skittle Rampage? Talking about all the news and new releases of the Funko Pop. Are you gonna get some new Funko Pop? I might get the Metal Gear one. I'm Solid Snake and Liquid Snake from my collection of Metal Gear. Peace and love. See you on the next video. Alright. Next, I will talk about Birdo. So first, I'm going to read the comments. Sorry, guys. The comments come first. What up, Rudy? The juice box. Are you going to explain the night here in a bit? Yeah, later on. Epic stream yesterday. Yep. Hello, everyone, for DDH. What up, Daniel Romero? How can I say Romero? Rihanna. I'm learning. I just say your name, Daniel. More easier. What do you think about the nerd culture toxic guy saying about the woman and into Power Rangers? My eyes at him. I got good left. Jukebox. Anyone? I wish I was more excited the new movie. I won't lead into anything. All right, guys. Thank you very much. So this is Berta, one of the you have two YouTube channel. One he covered the promo activity world, like Ghost, Demon, Entity, other stuff. Thing two, my boy does introduce it to him to me, but he also play like video game. It's a little bit his man cave more, and he loves horror movies, so I can relate to him. And he's from the UK. So yesterday we talking about ranking of the Halloween movie. So I'm gonna do horror, then wrestling, then Power Ranger, back to horror, then back to Power Ranger. Let you guys know. So it's a mix tonight. And so he's talking about ranking 9 movies on the numbers of Elm Street movie, and it's fair use. So let's go for it. Take it, Birdo.
This is God.
Widows, balls, and ghouls, how are we all doing? Today, I'm going to be ranking A Nightmare on Elm Street, the franchise. All 9 movies, including Freddy vs. Jason and A New Nightmare, because A New Nightmare technically isn't a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So a little brief history of A Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a slasher horror movie franchise, and the franchise was originally created and directed by Wes Craven in 1984. It was never meant to be a franchise. It was meant to.
So if you know that Wes Craven was the creator of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, and also the Scream franchise business, Ghostface. So thanks to him, we have the amazing horror characters. So thanks to Wes Craven that passed away. When Scream 4 is over, he like later on he passed away. So thanks to him. Goodbye. So he talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, the one by Wes Craven made, but they're talking about the reboot one that people don't like. But I like the one with Robert Englund, who played as Freddy Krueger.
To be a one and done. The look of Freddy came from something that Robert Englund saw out of a window when he was a kid. There was like this homeless guy that was kind of messing with him, and he wore a fedora and a long trench coat, and Wes Craven could only see his eyes, and it terrified Wes as a kid. So that's where the look came from. The name Freddy Krueger actually came from Wes Craven's high school bully. So there's already off to an evil start there. Then,
so Wes Craven was bullied by a kid named Freddy. So and you see like a homeless guy wearing like a Ferrara hat, and you only can see his eyes. So you put that two together, he made Freddy Krueger.
Wes Craven read an article somewhere in Asia. A teenager was having nightmares, and he was so scared of sleeping, he was like using coffee pots and stuff that were hidden from his parents. He was convinced he was going to die in his sleep, and he actually died in his sleep. And that is where Freddy Krueger was born, out of the imagination of Wes Craven. And that is why he is called the Master of Horror. And Craven has dipped in and out of the franchise. He wasn't involved in part 2, but he was involved in part 3, and then he stepped away until New Nightmare. And in New Nightmare, he looked at all the other films and was like, let's just get rid of all of them and do something completely different. Brought out a meta movie, which is kind of the building blocks for the Scream franchise. And then he was gone again. He had nothing to do with Freddy vs. Jason or the remake. Oh, apart from the remake, Robert Englund plays Freddy Krueger throughout the series. Just very different looks throughout the series. Some fantastic, some not so good, but we'll get into that. But the basic premise is Freddy Krueger was a child murderer while he was alive, and the parents of Springwood, where Elm Street is located, took vigilante justice into their own hands, and they killed one Freddy Krueger by burning him alive for killing kids. Yep, this is dark. And somehow Freddy Krueger can come back through the dreams of the children of the people that killed him. And
So a little bit in the background of the story, how Freddy Krueger was, killing kids, kidnap them, killing them, and the parents find out, and they went over to his house and burn him. Then he make deal with the free devil's spirit. Now he was becoming a demon. Go to the kids or teenager dream and murder them, and that's it.
sometimes this franchise is an absolute blast. And there's other times I just can't watch the movies. So last and certainly least, by a country mile, is Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare. I hate this movie. I do not like the look of Freddy Krueger. I do not like the way they used Freddy Krueger as some sort of cartoon villain. In fact, this is described as the Looney Tunes Fred Krueger. Freddy reenacts a scene from The Wizard of Oz where he's cackling, riding a broomstick, wearing a witch's hat. I'll get you, my pretties, and
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul too.
even as a kid that was terrified of Fred Krueger, this movie didn't scare me. He looked ridiculous. The kills were meh. So in this, we get three different versions of Mr. Krueger. We get Robert Englund as Addy Fred Krueger. We get Jason Schirmer, I hope I'm saying that right, as the young Fred Krueger. And we get...
I feel like all the Freddy Krueger, the first one, it's a classic, but like later on, I see Freddy more into like Freddy Krueger as a comedian guy, horror guy now. You're doing like jokes.
Toby Sexton as a teenage Freddy Krueger. The teenage Freddy Krueger element of this is quite good. They do a backstory to Freddy, which kind of not needed. We already know everything we need to know. But yeah, he's the son of 1,000 maniacs, and Alice Cooper turns up in this as Fred Krueger's dad, and he's a violent man. And Freddy, the character, sort of embraces the pain of being beaten by his dad and turns it into something that he enjoys and doesn't fear anymore. That was a good thing. Kind of the only good thing. This film is fucking weird. It looks weird. It doesn't play out. It doesn't play out very well. For some reason, Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr turn up in here. There's no kids in Springwood. If you look very, very closely, you will see that there is actually a Johnny Depp cameo in this. But for me, this movie is just forgettable. The fact that Freddy doesn't look...
Yeah. If you watch the first movie, Johnny Depp was in the movie. A young Johnny Depp. I don't know if people watch it, but let you know it's a spoiler. But he died in the bad scene.
Scary, just ruins it for me, so I'm not going to spend much time on this. I don't like the cast. Don't particularly like anything outside of some of the backstory of Fred. The 3D elements look trash. 3D has always looked trash. Even when it was redone in the early 2000s, you didn't have to wear the two different color lens glass. It's never, ever looked good for me. And despite this movie being critically panned, hated by fans, it's the third highest grossing movie of the franchise. Probably because they said they were going to kill off Freddy. He dies in every movie. We get Freddy as a bus driver, we get parachute scenes, and I would go with the plot, but I don't like it. I can barely remember it, and I can't rewatch it. So yeah, last place by far. Freddy's Dead. I know there are some people out there that actually like this movie for the comedic elements. I ain't one of them. Next up is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, The Dream Child. I don't like this one either. I actually tried to rewatch the entire franchise in the build up to this video, especially over Halloween, and I turned this one off 20, 30 minutes in. Just, no, not for me. Freddy is starting to look more like Robert Englund than Fred Krueger in this. It's the start of the bubblegum thing. In this movie, we get the returning characters of Alice and Dan. Alice has a dream where she is Amanda Krueger and the son of 1,000 maniacs and all of that stuff.
Yeah, they show like more of Freddy Krueger background story. How the mom, one of the nun, was I don't want to say assaulted. You know, it's R-rated her, and like 1,000 Looney Tin, because she worked at the Looney Tin man, like the mental people hospital, and how Freddy Krueger was born.
England actually plays one of the maniacs, so we can guess which sperm got through there. And it shows that Amanda was locked in the asylum, left to these 1,000 maniacs, and bad stuff took place.
Yeah, asylum. Thank you, Berto. I cannot.
And I'm sure the 1,000 maniacs thing was brought up in part 3 when I think about it, but they actually show it in this. It's okay. But then Dan wakes up Alice, and that's where I turned the movie off, so I struggle to remember the rest. But we've got Greta, Mark, and Yvonne in this. Alice goes to work, somehow gets sidetracked into going to the asylum. I think she sees Freddy's mum. Then there's this horrific birth scene where Freddy Krueger is reborn into the world, and it looks awful. And I think the premise was Alice shows fear and screams, and that gives Freddy the power to come back or the power to grow into a fully grown adult. Yeah, this film sucks. Now, there is some aspects of this film that are far better than the sequel. That would be Dan's death. Dan, to rescue Alice, jumps on his motorcycle, but he's obviously fallen asleep, and Freddy and the motorcycle become one entity, and then it takes over Dan.
Oh yeah, I remember that. How like I was a late night. So I think I went to like work. Then you see Freddy Krueger like an identity into the motorcycle combine and murder him because he was falling asleep at nighttime.
Seen different cuts of this where it was far more gruesome and it looked fantastic, but the MPA got involved and took most of the cool elements of this movie out, and they ruined the Friday the 13th franchise as well as the Nightmare franchise with their ridiculous overreaction to a bit of gore. Freddy does his thing, kills everyone, but the other kills in this movie. There's this Super Freddy. Just didn't work for me. Obviously, one of them's a comic book lover, a comic book artist, so he goes into his comic book, and the effect of him going into the comic book would have been really cool if our Hard Take on Me hadn't have done it prior. And then you just see people get shredded by Super Shreddy, who is Freddy on steroids. It sucked. And then somehow Freddy is turned into a child, and the child actor, I don't want to sleep child actors, but it's not very good. He tries as a child using his child voice to emulate Freddy's voice, and just doesn't work at all. And it's also worth questioning that the fetus can understand English and seems to be about as intelligent as a 10-year-old. What? Lisa Wilcox is good in this, but the rest of the movie is just so forgettable. And then there's the power glove. Yeah, the movie's just a bit of a mess. The story's all over the place. I like the idea behind it, Freddy coming into the world. Freddy has already been defeated a number of times, so he tries something different and attaches himself to an unborn baby. But beyond the idea, this movie just isn't that great at all. There's one good kill, and this is how boring this movie is. I don't remember most of the kills in this. Are there that many kills in this? I don't know. I don't care. The movie sucked. Next up is 2010's A Nightmare on Elm Street, a remake. Ooh.
Oh. I don't like the Freddy Krueger, the remake. Here why. The movie was too long, in my opinion. And Robert Englund wasn't as Freddy Krueger. It was someone else played as Freddy Krueger. There like no comedy into it. So I would stick with the classic. But to show more background of Freddy Krueger in that movie.
Jackie Earle Haley, cast as Freddy Krueger. Ooh, count me in. I think he's a fantastic actor. He's got the voice. He does creepy very well. I remember him as Rorschach in Watchmen. Exciting times. This was a Michael Bay movie, and shoot me if you want. I enjoyed the Texas Chainsaw remake. I also enjoyed the Friday the 13th remake. When I rank the Friday the 13th movies, some people are going to be pissed at me. But yeah, they remake the movie with a fantastic cast. Now, I'm going to read out the cast to you here. Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy Krueger. Kyle Gallner as Quentin Smith. I know, for some reason, they changed Glenn and all of the others' names, even though they're clearly the same characters. It makes no sense. They even changed Nancy's name. But into the cast. Kyle Gallner, in loads of horror movies. Actually a very good actor. Very good at portraying emotion. He looks bored out of his mind in this. Rooney Mara, who's had Oscar nods, playing Nancy Holbrook. Why have we changed Nancy's... Okay, we'll try not to judge. Somebody that was given an Oscar nod. She was nodding off all the way through this film. Puns intended. She looked half asleep like she didn't care, and in later interviews pretty much said she didn't care, she didn't want to make it. Then don't make it. Katie Cassidy as Chris, who's Tina, really. I used to watch Arrow, and her acting, Katie Cassidy's acting in Arrow wasn't the greatest. In this, she's decent, but there's no shock value because you know she's playing Tina and she's going to get Tina's death, which doesn't look anywhere near as good as the original. Nothing in this film looks as good as the original, but still in with the cast. We get Connie Britton in this movie from American Horror Story, somebody that can really act well. We get Clancy Brown, the only saving grace of Pet Sematary 2. The fucking Kurgan is in this movie, and just none of it works. They recreate a lot of scenes from the original movie. For example, Freddy coming out above the bed, a very iconic scene. It looks cheap, nasty, and horrible. It's CGI. It takes you out of the movie. They create Nancy's feet getting stuck in the floor. It looks rubbish. Freddy Krueger himself doesn't look great in this. You have the fantastic actor, Jack.
Yeah. That's why I don't like the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like that's for not scary. Compared to Robert Englund's one, Wes Craven one, yeah, it's more better.
Earle Haley playing this role, and I was excited, and then you can't see anything of his acting in this, because they make him look like a real burn victim. And in doing so, you take away his eyes and his mouth. There's barely any movement in his face. There's like a CGI patch on the side so you can see his teeth, but what's the point when the rest of him is no good? This movie makes some decisions. One of the decisions is a red herring, and I wish this red herring had actually been the different story. And that red herring is that Freddy Krueger was actually innocent. He never did anything to those kids, and he was burned alive for nothing. Ooh, that's exciting. That's something new. I can sympathize with Freddy now because he was an innocent man that is coming back for revenge. Go on, Freddy, kill them all. And not long after, they backtrack on that, and yeah, Freddy's a nonce. You turned a 80s slasher horror icon, a 90s slasher horror icon, into a paedophile. Other movies have hinted at it, but it's never blatantly outright, yep, that's right. Mr. Kruger in his stripy jumper, pork kids. Oh, why? Why? There is nothing likable about Freddy now. Nobody is going to enjoy this movie. And you're right. Nobody enjoyed this movie. I don't like this movie. It's got the green and red light in through there. There's some elements that look nice until the CGI steps in, and then you're like, ugh. There's a scene where the kid's hung upside down. Freddy cuts him open. He's like, your body's dead, but your brain can live for 6 minutes. I was like, that's cool. They introduced this thing with micro naps. Now, being somebody that used to work night shifts and used to stay up all day to, have a life, I've had micro naps. I've had these weird dreams where I was stood up in work one night and like, I've got to go to sleep. It was a really cool idea until I rewatched this time, and I'm like, anybody remember this scene from the original movie? Anybody remember it? It's like, Nancy was awake. How did Freddy's tongue come through the phone? And it was a micro nap. So this movie is kind of one of the things that's added to it that add excitement has already been done. I went to the cinema to watch this movie, and I was thoroughly disappointed. I walked out of there like, that was boring. It's better than the last two, but not by a lot. I don't understand how they could take such a successful idea, such a brilliant cast, and screw it all up. I really don't. I can rewatch this on occasion, maybe, but I won't go out of my way to watch it. It wasn't that great. I have no desire to rewatch it either, because it just does a dirty on Freddy. There's some cool elements to it, but the odd cool element all the way through a film doesn't make a good movie. There's a scene in a pharmacy with stuff flying off a shelf with Freddy's bleeding through because of the micro naps. That's pretty cool. It looks like an expensive film, but the CGI doesn't land, so no, I just don't like it. Next up is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master. Now, this used to be further down my list. I preferred the remake to this for a long time, but on this recent rewatch, I kind of like this one now. There's some good ideas in there. Freddy is far too comedic in this, but there are dark elements. What I don't like about this is they take the surviving characters from Part 3, Kristen, Joey, and Kincaid. Great characters. They're all back at school, but Kristen's face has changed, as is her personality. In fact, I don't think the first twice I watched this, I realized that this was supposed to be Patricia Arquette's character, Kristen. I just didn't understand it. Joey, which is a great character, and Kincaid. And they off them in the beginning.
I think I like the Number in M Street, the first one, the third one, and the fourth one, the Dream Warriors. And Freddy Death.
The film. And it's like, why have them survive if you're just going to off them in the opening of the next film? And they do this a few times in the franchise, and it kind of sucks. Freddy in this the makeup's pretty cool. It's not quite gone as far as it does later on. It's not quite bubblegum, but it's kind of a blend of parts 1 and 3, and it's kind of cool. And then we see Kristen dreaming. She's a kid outside, drawn on chalk. She's clearly dreaming. Then she's on a beach, and there's a Jaws Freddy glove hybrid. It changes to a proper glove when it hits the sand. Freddy puts on some 80s style glasses, puts his foot on her head. She falls through the sand. You think she's about to die because it's like quicksand, but she drops into 1428 Elm Street, Nancy's house. Don't show Freddy in the full daylight. It's just not scary. The shark thing with the hand. I remember watching the trailer for this as a kid on some other VHS I was watching, and at this point I was still terrified of Fred Krueger, and I'm watching the advert like, this is stupid. At the end of Part 3, Freddy is defeated in part by Nancy and the Dream Warriors and Nancy's dad, played by John Saxon. Freddy's bones are buried in the ground at the junkyard with holy water. That's how they help kill Freddy. And a dog pisses on Freddy's grave. Fire comes out while the dog pisses. Freddy comes back to life. Why did Freddy come back from dog piss? Did it contaminate the holy water? There's a good idea.
Good creation, Burrito. Good creation. I like the dog pissing fire. That's something new. We've never seen that before.
They drop a car on Kincaid and kill him. Pointless death. Kincaid, who was very strong in Part 3, who held his own against Freddy, in this is a fucking moron. He just stands there. The dog runs away. The dog's smarter than Kincaid. Kincaid gets killed. Then Joey dies. Joey's death is actually pretty cool. He's on a waterbed. He sees a naked woman in the waterbed. And if you remember part 3, he's a bit of a perv. So the boobies, the titties floating around in the water, really cool. Freddy bursts out, says something about a wet dream, kills Joey. Wonderful. Kristen is then drugged by her mum to fall asleep. Well done, mum. And Freddy throws her in a fire. She passes on her ability through some sort of lightning bolt to another character called Alice, and then we get to meet the new cast. But then we get another cool kill, and there's a character called Sheila. She falls asleep at school, very easily done, and she has asthma. But Freddy says, "Do you want to suck face?" and then sucks the air out of her, and it ultimately kills her in her dream. But in the real world, she's had an asthma attack, and the pump didn't relieve the asthma. That's smart. I like that kill. It harks back to the first and second movie where Freddy's not getting the blame for stuff. Then we get Rick's death. They must have run out of money or something because he fights an invisible Freddy. Oh. Then we get Debbie's death. This death is disgusting. Her arms break, and then these cockroach limbs pop out, and she's scared of bugs in the real world, so fair. She gets turned into a cockroach that Freddy puts into a box, like a cockroach hotel, and then squishes it. There's goo everywhere. Before that, she's like stuck in all the pest control goo, and fuck it, it's disgusting, but it's a good kill. It's kind of stomach churning, but, you know, good kill. So Dan, who is now Alice's kind of love interest, that continue into the next movie, they go to battle Freddy, and they do it by showing Freddy his inner evil. Freddy revels in his own evil. It doesn't really land for me, but yeah, there's a really cool sequence with a looping dream where they don't realize they're dreaming, and after they get to the car a number of times, they're like, wait, something's wrong. That was a good element. The film looks pretty cool. Clearly, there was a bigger budget. The cast is okay. To kill off the part 3 survivors so unceremoniously kind of sticks in my throat a bit. It's a watchable film. I can rewatch this one, but not too often. You know, the cast is fine. I would say the casting is fine, but the actress that plays Alice is better in the next movie, but the next movies are worse. You know what I mean? It's an okay-ish Nightmare on Elm Street film.
What's up, everybody? So, if people coming in, we're listening to Birdo explaining the whole Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So, we talk about more about Freddy Krueger, each movie. So, enjoy.
Definitely not one of my favorites. Not something that I will rewatch time and time again with any sort of enjoyment. But on the recent rewatch, I found myself kind of enjoying it more than I remembered. So it's gone up the ranking because I believe I ranked these movies a couple of years ago on a very different channel, and this was at the bottom with Freddy's Dead and The Dream Child. So next up, all of these movies from this point on, I enjoy. I can watch with enjoyment and glee. Next up is Freddy vs. Jason. It's also part of the Friday the 13th franchise. This was teased a decade before it actually happened.
Oh, Freddy vs. Jason. Actually, no, you got Robert Englund playing as Freddy, but Jason wasn't playing Kane. It was someone else. Forget who he is, but King wasn't play as Jason. Freddy vs. Jason.
Jason goes to hell right at the end of the movie. Awful movie. Freddy's glove comes out, grabs the mask, pulls it into the ground. Everyone got excited and then had to wait a decade. This movie is directed by...
Oh, yeah. If you watch Friday the 13th, the last movie was Jason Go to Hell, how Freddy Krueger grabbed Jason mask, ha ha ha. Then later on they made Freddy versus Jason.
Ronnie Yu, who also did The Bride of Chucky. I like this movie. I know some people have their issues with it. It's too cartoony, the fighting at the end. It's a bit more brutal than, you know, the cartoony stuff that was developed in later Freddy's. Freddy's back to being a horror character in this, but he's got his one-liners. Jason is a slasher horror character in this. Freddy's done dirty in this because he doesn't get many kills, but it's smart that he doesn't get many kills because that is ultimately what causes him and Jason to collide. He uses Jason while masquerading as his mum to go killing kids at Springwood. So the fear comes back. People say Freddy's name and it spreads like a disease. There's this whole subplot of the town don't even say his name because they fear him so much. And it's like if it starts spreading, he'll come back, and that's Freddy's intention. It's really well done. There are some epic kills in this movie. There is a rave in a field. Jason just annihilates everything in sight. Nitpick in this movie, I would have liked to have.
Oh yeah, I remember one. It was a rave and kill everybody when we did with the guy twist his head around, or he got like a big old. When the girl was on the floors sleeping, and then a guy was topping her, and Jason get a spear and toss him around. Yeah.
Gene Kane Hodder played Jason. A lot of us wanted Kane Hodder and Robert Englund versus as Freddy and Jason. We didn't get that, but the guy that plays Jason does a good enough job. I mean, it's a guy in a mask that doesn't speak. This film did fantastic at the box office. Critics hated it. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Now, there are things that every fan of both franchises could pick up and be like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. But this is the best I think we could have got for two titans of 80s horror slashers to come back together in the 2000s and kick the shit out of each other. I actually like the fact that Freddy winks at the end of the movie, that Jason pretty much wins with the help of the alive teenagers. There is a scene where Freddy bursts out of water with this like demon look to him. I think that look is outstanding. I wish we'd seen more than that. I have a lot of fun with this movie. There are some things that piss me off with it. The whole thing of Jason being scared of water. The guy was wet the entire time he was in Manhattan. Why is he now scared of it? Freddy being scared.
Oh yeah, you got Jason scared of water. You got Freddy scared of fire. Doesn't make no sense. Cause how we see Jason all the Friday 13 in water, and you see Freddy afraid of fire. He came from hell. Didn't make no sense. I agree with you, Birdo.
of fire. Freddy uses fire a lot in all of his other movies. Ronnie, you clearly didn't watch the other films. We got Robert Englund as Freddy. We got Ken Kersinger as Jason Voorhees. We got Monica Keena as Laurie Campbell. I wonder if that's a nod to Laurie Strode and Neve Campbell. Could be. We got Jason Ritter as Will Collins. Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland is fucking awful in this movie. And there's a line she drops. I can't even repeat it because YouTube will just immediately take the video down. It wasn't in the script. She just thought it was a better line to deliver. It wasn't. Not at all. There's this weird Jason Mewes character that's not played by Jason Mewes, but it's clearly supposed to have been him. It still kind of works. There's this whole thing with making Jason go to sleep with drugs from the sleep center in order to... This movie is crazy, but I like it. I really enjoy it. The cast are fine. The bed folding kill is great. There's a part where Freddy comes back, thinks he's...
Oh yeah, the best scene was a killer kill. Oh, I say, when Jason folded the bed and the guy was shaking and he dropped the beer.
Got the power, pulls out this extended giant shadow himself, swipes, and he's not enough power. I need more kills. I need Jason to kill more. I like it. There was supposed to be a sequel to this, but it turned into a comic book. Ash versus Freddy versus Jason. I'm glad they never made that movie. I don't see how that would work. There is buckets of blood in this movie. There's a really cool scene where they do like a little homage to part 3 with veins coming out of her feet and the kind of the marionette thing all over again. There's a kid gets his back burned. Freddy's back appears in there while he's killed in front of his friends. His face gets all slashed up. I understand why some people, fans of both franchises or fans of one or the other, don't like this movie. I do. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's one of those horror popcorn fun movies, you know? Watch it with some friends, having a few drinks. It's a great film. Now, if you were wondering why I'm suddenly sat down and why my wall has changed behind me, I somehow completely missed A New Nightmare, or the real title, Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. And this was released in 1994. And this is a...
Oh yeah, the New Nightmare of Elm Street by Wes Craven. Dude, I remember buying the figure, and my brother asked me about anything with Freddy Krueger. Do you remember this thing? Yeah, it's the new Nightmare, and like, go. I remember talking about the kid that has like superpower and so on, so on. I go, you remember? I go, yeah, dude. I'm a big horror guy. I know history about horror.
meta supernatural slasher. This was Wes Craven's return, Heather Langenkamp's return, John Saxon's return, Robert Englund's return. But there's a difference. You see, in this, Heather...
Oh yeah, and this, basically, it's like the real actors playing themselves, but they're not playing their character. So, for example, if Scream, the new Scream, and you see, Sidney Prescott, but play as Campbell. Oh, what's up, Ned Campbell? And, all that. Or like Jimmy Kennedy play like Randy Mead, but he's not playing as Randy Mead. He played like Jimmy Kennedy. This we were talking about the new Nightmare.
Langenkamp plays a version of Heather Langenkamp. Robert Englund plays a version of Robert Englund. Wes Craven plays himself. Bob Shaye plays himself. And this movie is more about that the movie franchise of Freddy Krueger, or the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie, was so terrifying that people became really scared of Freddy Krueger, much like I did as a child. And a real dream demon has latched on to the persona of Freddy Krueger, and he kind of looks like him, kind of doesn't. It's still played by Robert Englund as well. And this dream demon is trying to come through to the real world via the nightmares of Heather Langenkamp and her son, played by Miko Hughes. Miko Hughes is a child actor. Child actors are very hard to get right. Miko Hughes is fantastic in Pet Sematary, and he is fantastic in this, except for Poopy Face. We'll get to Poopy Face. This movie is dark. They take this more in the more menacing and far less comical vein of the original Nightmare on Elm Street. And this movie follows the plot of the movie industry behind horror movies. And whilst this movie didn't perform well in the cinemas, it was basically I think this was...
Oh yeah. Talking about a movie in a movie. Like, I'm gonna put that way. Like, I don't know, but I remember in the hospital scene, remember the babysitter was murdered by Freddy Krueger in the psychic hospital. It was like crawling, but only the kid can see Freddy Krueger. No one else can.
The lowest earning movie of the entire franchise. It's such a good film. This film is genuinely creepy as hell. There's just this constant, almost buzzing in the background that ramps up over time. And because you barely see Freddy in there, or this dream demon, constantly waiting for him to pop up. And there's some really good jump scares in this, jump scares that are earned. And it basically follows Heather Langenkamp living in Los Angeles with her son and her husband. And her son starts to have these dreams, and it's almost like Freddy's trying to possess her son Dylan, much like A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Her husband has Nancy has a nightmare about Freddy and this glove that I don't like. I don't like the glove, and I don't like the look of Freddy in this, or the dream demon. We'll get to that. It's just a dream that her husband is killed, and he wakes up with a cut on his finger, and she's like, "Where did you get that?" And it starts this whole...
Oh yeah, who played as Dylan? He's gonna be a con end of this month at Monsterpalooza, if I remember. And then look at it. I'm gonna show you guys what is Monsterpalooza is about.
thing off. There's a series of earthquakes, and the earthquakes play a huge part in this, like signaling the arrival of this sleep dream demon. And what I didn't realize until much later was there were some massive earthquakes in Los Angeles just after the filming of this movie. So all of the external shots you see of like collapsed bridges and damaged buildings and stuff are all real, almost like this movie predicted the worst earthquakes to have hit Los...
Oh yeah, it did happen. I remember it was 1994. I think I was at home that time or at school. Wait, I was born in 87, so 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So basically I was 7 years old. It happened.
Los Angeles in a long time. There's not many kills in this. In fact, 2 people that are killed off screen. They're only mentioned. But it's more about Dylan. This demon is coming after Dylan, and Dylan's pet dinosaur is a stuffed toy, protects him because of the belief system. You know, if the kid believes the dinosaur could protect him, but the dinosaur gets slashed up and then he gets restitched. There's this impending sense of doom. Heather Langenkamp slowly sort of melds into Nancy, and John Saxton slowly melds into Nancy's dad. But there's this weird undertone to the movie where you're like, who's doing the killings? It's almost a whodunit for a portion. And at one point, you're like, is Wes Craven actually doing this? Is he stalking Nancy? Is he making the phone calls to Heather like Freddy Krueger would? Then there's Robert Englund. Robert Englund is off in this, and you're like, is he actually becoming possessed by this demon? And it's just really weird. And then Heather Langenkamp's husband, Chase, gets killed in a car accident, but we, the viewers, know that it was Freddy because the hand comes up through the seat, nicks his testy, he has a little scratch, and then you're dead. There's a funeral scene where Heather falls into the grave. In the background, Tuesday night is in the background of the funeral. There's a lot of the old cast from different movies in the background. There's an earthquake. Heather falls into the grave, and then the demon comes out to grab her. It's just really well done. But again, I don't like the look of the demon. Then they recreate the Tina death scene in a hospital where Freddy's walking up the ceiling, dragging the babysitter up, but we can see Freddy this time on and off. And it's really well done, other than it is so brightly lit that Freddy in a bright green hat and this trench coat and leather trousers just looks off. His makeup just doesn't look right. They went for the skin is being ripped open and you can see the muscles stuff underneath as opposed to burns. And the glove, none of it works for me image-wise. But this movie is genuinely really, really creepy. Dylan starts sleepwalking, so he has to go to the hospital. He's throwing up and stuff. He's being possessed. And there's this really cool scene where Dylan is crossing a freeway and Freddy, the demon Freddy, lifts him up, carries him over the traffic, and then Heather sort of ducks under this lorry. It's done against the back screen, but it's done really well. It still holds up now. There are some bits at the end of the movie that don't hold up quite so well. And basically, she has to become Nancy. Then John Saxon actually starts to play Don Thompson, Nancy's dad, as opposed to John Saxon. Nancy drops into this hell world, and then there's this big fight, and Freddy gets pushed into a boiler. This movie, the dream demon look aside, is creepy as shit. The lighting is on point. The daytime stuff kind of looks off. There's like a haze to everything. The dark elements, the stuff filmed at night, has got this blue filter over it, which was used in the original and in the Dream Child, I believe. England is on point in this. It's just the makeup lets him down. When he plays himself and he comes up on this TV show waving, genuinely, I found it creepy as a kid because I was that scared of Freddy. I love this movie. It's got a lot of rewatch value for me. The only thing I don't like is skin the cat, and he kills the babysitter in full light, and that's off. And then little Miko Hughes, bless him, does the poopy face. You know, he's a very young actor. He was good as Gage in Pet Sematary. He's great as Dylan in this. Miko Hughes has had quite the career as a child actor. He was in Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was in Pet Sematary as Gage Creed. He was even in Spawn and Mercury Rising. There's some pretty good films. You're a young kid and you've got to work with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. You've been in a Spawn movie, Pet Sematary, Freddy Krueger. Fantastic. This movie used to be a lot higher up in my rankings. It used to be my second favorite, I think. But then I kind of fell in love with a movie that a lot of people don't like. And we'll get there. Some of you may be thinking, you haven't said part 2 yet. You said you like all these movies. We're on the 3rd movie. What are you doing? I recently did a video called In Defense of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. I like this movie. Freddy is dark, terrifying, scary, horrible.
Yeah. Number M Street 2 was good, but not the best. The first one is the best.
For me, the movie works. You've got a homosexual teenager who is scared of his own sexuality, and Freddy uses that as a weakness to possess him to come out into the real world. There's a lot of subtext. There's definitely not subtext, but I love this movie. But I'm not going to spend too much time on it in this video because I've done a full long length video that I'll leave in the description down below. You can go and check that out. Number 1 and number 2. For a lot of people, these are interchangeable. Now, I've got the part 3 glove there. Some people can swap and change. Depends which one they've watched more recently. It's more definitive for me. I love both of these movies. However, part 3 is my number 2. And there's only a few reasons why. And it's the whole wizard guy. It just took me out of the movie. It was so cheesy, it didn't really fit for the rest of the movie. However, Patricia Arquette's character in this is fantastic. She can scream. In this, we get the return of Nancy Thompson. She comes back to help these kids that are having nightmares about Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah. This one I like too. Can you bring back the original members, Nancy? And they're like, what's it called? Not school. Like, I want to put like a foster care, not foster care. I want to say like a hospital with the teens. I'm gonna put that way, but I forgot what it's called.
He walks into a room as Patricia Arquette's character is saying 1, 2, Freddy's coming for. She finishes the thing and is like, how do you know that? We've got this Dr. Neil Gordon. He's an interesting character, but I never bought the love angle with him and Nancy. Robert Englund is fantastic in this. We get John Saxon's return in this, and he's used to effect. You know, he's this broken, drunk man because he realizes that he ruined his daughter's life in his actions to Freddy Krueger and his actions in the original movie. So he's this broken man that wants to redeem himself. We also get Larry Fishburne in this, who looks a lot like Lawrence Fishburne. It is Lawrence Fishburne back when he was going as Larry. He's so young in this, it's jarring. We get some weird things in here, like Zaza Gabor turning into Freddy Krueger. Like, I don't know why that was in there. But this movie and the effects are absolutely fantastic. Out of this world, in my opinion, the best effect in any of the Nightmare movies. So the movie opens and we've got Kristen Parker. She's making a newspaper and lollipop stick kind of dollhouse, and it is 1428 Elm Street. She's building Nancy's house. She's got music blasting because she's trying to stay awake, and then her mum, not a very good mum, mum tells her to knock the music off, go to sleep. Uh-oh, she's building the Elm Street house. Kristen goes into the Elm Street house and tries to rescue a child, showing that Kristen is a good person. I like all of this. It looks fantastic. She walks into a corridor and there's teenagers hung everywhere from nooses, and it's like, ooh, this is dark. I like it. There's a really cool scene where Kristen is trying to protect this girl and then realizes she's already dead and she's a corpse when she looks down into her arms. I love that. And then she thinks she's awake. She turns on a tap. The tap turns into Freddy's glove and cuts her wrists. And her mum thinks that she has tried to take her own life and puts her in a mental asylum. This is a great story, you know, believing that her daughter is suicidal, try to get her some help. So she goes to Western Hills Psychiatric Hospital, where all hell breaks loose. This is where Nancy enters as a therapist, a sleep therapist. Makes sense given what she went through in the first movie. She's still got the grey streak. Instead of being 20 years of age now, she's 30 years of age because 10 years have passed. And obviously, Heather Langenkamp being Nancy, she's a great actress, a great final girl. And to see her coming back, it's kind of heartwarming, you know? So we told some stories then of a kid that cuts off his own eyelids to stay awake and things like that. And Nancy's like, yeah, this is Freddy. And she believes the kids, but nobody else in the hospital believes her and the kids. And we get one of the best kills of the entire franchise. There's a lot of good kills in this franchise that haven't featured yet. One of them is this kill.
Agree. There's some amazing kills in this movie.
There's a marionette scene. There's a guy that makes puppets. So Freddy obviously uses that. One of the little marionette puppets turns into a little Freddy and then rips the veins and arteries out of this kid, marionettes him through the hospital, takes him up onto the roof.
Oh, yeah. The puppet one turned to the character. And you see the kid or the teen walking to like around the hospital, mental hospital, and he goes like the high building, and when his roommate saw it and to wake him up, it was too late.
Freddy's dangling him, cuts the cords, down he falls. Oh, what a death. The whole thing with the veins and the arteries being these strings to puppet, it's disgusting. But so well done. I adore that kill. But then these kids decide to go into the dream world to fight Freddy for killing their friends. And apart from the wizard thing, it's cool. We get some backstory from the ghost of Amanda Kruger, Freddy's mum in this. She appears as this elderly nun. There's clearly a ghost by the end of the movie, but then in later films, she's far younger, played by somebody completely... I hate the later films. There's also another very cool kill in this movie that doesn't involve the glove. It involves needles. One of the characters is a ex-drug addict, and in the dream world, Freddy makes all of her old trap marks open up, and they're like weeping and winking and sucking, and he just want to get high. In go the needles, gets her high, kills her. Great kill. The wizard gets killed by a giant wheelchair because in the real world he's paralyzed from the waist down, but in the dream world he can walk and he's a magician. It's kind of a cruel kill, but it's not that great. I think there were budgetary issues at this point, but still it looks cool enough. The surviving members then go on to take on Freddy in the dream world, while John Saxon, again reprising his role as Nancy's dad, goes to a junkyard with the doctor, and they bury Freddy's bones in with hallowed ground with holy water and stuff, helping the Dream Warriors to take out Freddy, but Freddy doesn't go quietly, and he tricks Nancy and stabs her through the chest. Nancy ultimately helps destroy Freddy whilst killing herself in the process. It's a great end to a trilogy. Fantastic. We don't need any more, except Freddy vs. Jason. But we all know how that went. He got brought back by dog piss. And the whole final battle is really good. There's this room full of mirrors. Bearing in mind it's the 80s, it's done so well. And then we get the Dream Warriors song at the end by Dakin. I love that song. It's something about metal. I'm a metalhead, and there is something about metal and horror that just blends perfectly. I adore this movie, but it's only beaten by one other. Part 3 also had the involvement of Wes Craven. He did come back on some sort of writing duties, but he didn't direct.
The prime time, bitch!
Yes, the last part of this episode. The original A Nightmare of Elm Street. First introduction of Freddy Krueger. Love this movie.
So we get to number one. And the reason that this movie is number one, before I talk about the movie itself, is this is the horror movie that traumatized me as a child. I was terrified of Fred Krueger when I was a kid. He scared the shit out of me. Parts 1 and 2, I watched them as a kid. Nah, didn't like Freddy, couldn't look at images of him or anything. If you go and watch the part 2 defense video, I go into much more detail about it. But yeah, I had dreams about Freddy Krueger after watching this. I was far too young. Now, the full title to this movie is Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. And then it's got this tagline: if Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. Perfect. Sets the tone. This movie was released in 1984. There's so many elements of this movie that are just god tier. The kills, god tier. The effect of Freddy coming out over the bed, over the top of Nancy, and coming back in. All practical effects. It was a latex sheet, and it wasn't even Robert Englund that leaned out, but effective. You get the switch up where it looks like at the beginning of the movie Tina is going to be the final girl, and then when she is killed in one of the most fantastic kills of the franchise, in where she's getting dragged up the wall across the ceiling in front of her boyfriend who's cowering in a corner, she gets slashed, hits the bed, blood splash, dead. An iconic death scene. But it don't end there, because we as the audience are then thinking, holy shit, they've just killed off the lead. Nobody's safe. Anyone can die at any time. It's fantastic at setting that up. Then we see Nancy fall asleep at school, and then we see Tina in a body bag get dragged down the hallway, leaving a trail of blood.
Oh yeah. So a lot of people think that Tina was the final girl, but to kill off her, but Nancy was the final girl.
Another iconic scene. Nancy chases after it and gets stopped by a hall monitor. Where's your pass? Screw your hall pass. Another iconic scene, and it's obviously Freddy. She's wearing the jumper. Even the opening of this movie, it's not Robert Englund, but it's somebody playing the role of Freddy Krueger's hands, building the glove, and it's like the noises he's making, the noises of the hammer. There's some weird distortion over most of the noise in this film. Even the cars sound creepy. It's such a creepy, horrible, nasty introduction. And then you get this is the face of God, and Freddy cutting his fingers off. I mean, when you buy these NECA figures, they come with accessories. You can change the hands, you can change the heads. This came with 3 different Freddy heads. I made sure that I had the finger cut off element, but the look in Englund's face, you can only see his eyes and his mouth, really. But the way he messes with Tina, the extended arms as he's running, that's why this figure has got this head pose and the fingers being chopped off. It's just a shame these figures are not more posable. They're kind of restrictive. And at the beginning of the video, I described where the look of Fred Krueger came from. There's something else that was brought into this movie that you're unaware of, but Freddy's jumper is not black and red like I thought as a kid. It's green and red, and that was by choice. The green and red in these horizontal stripes make you feel uncomfortable. Freddy's very poorly lit in this for great effect. The sounds of the blades scraping on pipework and everything in this movie, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. The way Freddy Krueger or Robert Englund holds himself with the glove weighing him down, and the weird motions he makes when he's moving. Just an absolutely terrifying movie. We get the boiler rooms, and we get all of these creepy, nasty imagery of the centipede coming out of Tina's dead mouth. And we also get the 3 girls doing jump rope with the 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You in this movie. We get Johnny Depp's first movie role where he plays Nancy Thompson's boyfriend, Glenn. And the acting can be a bit...
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp. His first scene was the bed. My friend got him, then yeah, was a killer.
Ropey in places. But these are kids in the 80s making a low-budget horror film. I think they've done I think they did far better than people give them credit for, because horror movies are mostly just sort of brushed to one side as nonsense. And we've got this character called Rod, and Rod is a dick. But he's not so much of a dick that you can't wait for him to get killed. Most horror movie slashers, there's always that one guy and you're like, can't wait for you to die. Rod isn't quite that bad. He starts off that bad, but then you feel quite sympathetic towards him after the death of Tina. There is an insult he throws out that just doesn't land, and up yours with a twirling lawnmower. What? And they go to a party at Tina's. Glenn, Nancy, and Tina start discussing these dreams, realize they're all having the same dreams, that they're all having the same dreams about the same man, and it sets up Tina's death. Tina's death, practical effects, absolutely fantastic. Rod is the next to go, and his death isn't quite as exciting because he's hung in his cell. It's made to look like a suicide, so the parents don't realize that the kids are being hunted by Freddy Krueger and they won't be believed, which is important to the plot. And we're just in for carnage. Even though Freddy is used sparingly in this movie, he's always this presence. You're always waiting for him, and you're never quite sure who's awake and who's sleeping. And it adds to this creepy feeling. This like he's everywhere. Nancy's mum takes her to a sleep clinic. She goes to sleep, and in her dream state, she attacks Freddy or grabs onto Freddy and brings out his hat. She got claw marks on her arm. People start to realize this Freddy thing is real. Her mum starts to realize the Freddy thing is real, but she burned him alive. That'll do it. When Nancy gets home, her mum gets drunk as she does all the way through the movie because she was involved in the death of Freddy Krueger. Nancy brings Glenn over. You have one job, Glenn. Don't fall asleep. Wake me up if you see me screaming or getting attacked. Glenn falls asleep. Nancy wakes up, and then there's this amazing bit that shows Nancy with a bit of balls to her where she's like, and you fell asleep, and slaps Glenn. I love that scene. But then we get Glenn's death. And Glenn's death, I'm sure when I watched a documentary, they used the same room and the same effect as Tina. They flipped the room for all this blood geyser to just pour out of a bed. It's such a great scene. It's a bit of an homage to The Shining. There's blood absolutely everywhere. Absolutely fantastic kill. Johnny Depp getting pulled down into the bed wearing this weird belly top. The 80s were weird. So because her boyfriend is dead, her two friends are dead, Nancy goes after Freddy into the dream world. She goes in on purpose with the intention of bringing him into the real world where he would then possibly be human. She speaks to her dad. Dad, you need to come and help me and all the rest of it. The house has been barricaded by her mum to stop Nancy getting out and to stop Glenn getting in. There's bars on the windows, so Nancy's trapped, and Nancy succeeds. She brings Freddy into the real world. At first, she thinks she's failed. There's this brilliant jump scare, and then there's this chase sequence, but Nancy has home alone the house. She's Kevin McAllister the shit out of it. Freddy takes a sledgehammer to the chest, gets a light bulb blow up at him because it's full of shotgun powder or gunpowder.
Yeah. When I watched the number entry when I was a kid, Freddy Krueger scared the shit out of me. When people say dead ass, yeah, he did. Whew, man.
Powder. And then Nancy sets him on fire in the basement. Freddy runs upstairs to Nancy's mum. Nancy goes up after him. The stairs are melting. It's another really cool effect. In HD or 4K, you can see it's a pre-cut hole with stuff in there, whereas back in the 80s on a square TV, you didn't notice that. And Freddy dives onto her mum, sets her mum on fire, and mum gets pulled down into the bed and is dead, and you're like, holy shit. Freddy has one more go at Nancy, and Nancy just simply turns her back and says, I'm not afraid of you anymore. You have no power over me. Wait, that was Labyrinth. It was something like that. Freddy turns into a glitter cloud, a sparkle cloud. He has no power left. Nancy has defeated him. What a fantastic ending. I love it. And then the movie continues. And when I watch this movie, that's where it ends for me. Because they filmed 3 or 4 different endings. There was Freddy driving a car. They didn't use that, thankfully. There was a bit where they just drive off, and that makes no sense because she defeated Freddy, yes, but all of her friends are dead. They've already died in the real world. So how can they be back in this? It must be a dream. What? But instead, we get Nancy's mum is alive. Nancy gets into the car with her dead friends, and it's clearly a dream world. There's like this weird haze, and Nancy's mum turns into a sex doll and gets pulled in through a window, and it's the worst effect you've ever seen. It looks terrible, but I adore this movie. Krueger is absolutely terrifying. England is absolutely terrifying. John Saxton is such a good actor in this. I mean, you need a small part for a guy that has acted a lot.
The ending, how when Freddy get Nancy mom and grab her and pull her to the door, that scared the shit out of me.
alongside Bruce Lee. Heather Langenkamp is fantastic. Johnny Depp is fantastic. The effects, for practical effects on a budget, they've only ever been topped by Part 3. And there are even some effects in Part 3 that don't work quite as well. So there you go. There is my ranking of the entire Nightmare on Elm Street film. Yes, I've quickly sort of described the movies I don't like, just to spend more time on the movies that I do like. So let me know in the comment section what your list is. Yes, I know my list is going to be very different to yours. It's no slight on you. It's no slight on me. We can all have different of opinions and be right in our own world. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Birdo a like. Great. So what do you think about Birdo talking about all the Elm Street movie ranking, and you talk about more detail of it, talk about each one, ranking them. Big fan of the horror franchise business. Love it. Love Robert England, amazing actor. He already got his Hollywood sign this year, and I was trying to meet him in February, but it was a crazy line to get his autograph and picture, because it was 50 people on Friday, 100 on Saturday and Sunday, but there was a limit, and they let the VIP people go first. I'm not gonna pay $300 to get VIP to meet Robert England. That's crazy. So me and my friend went super early, but on Saturday we did not get Robert England autograph. But I know if you send them your item to him, he will sign it through mail. But I want to meet him in person, talk to him like a little bit, not too much. Okay, you have a big fandom. And yeah, it's just not the background cleaning still. Let you know, guys, I have a little Freddy Krueger Funko Pop keychain. And also have the collection of Number and Elm Street DVD. 8 films. You got a Number of Elm Street and Number of Elm Street 2, 3, 4, 5, Freddy Die, Wes Craven New Nightmare, and Freddy vs. Jason. I don't have the reboot one. So yeah. Let me change my background room. Back to fancy room. That's cool. Come on, what's up, everyone? So right now, I'm going to the bathroom. So it will be a commercial break right now. Cause I need to go bad. Staying here for 2 hours. I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Take a break. Get some snacks, soda, water. Go to the restroom break. I'll be back.
You said you want the smoke. Now you got it.
Yeah. Some things you don't gotta explain. If you've been through it, if you lived it, if you know, you know. Yeah. Started from the bottom where the lights stay low. Dreams in my pocket, but the world said no. Cold nights, grounded heart full of stone. Built my own lane, now the path is my throne. People talk loud, but they don't really see. Every scar on my soul built the man I be. Pressure makes diamonds, yeah, that's how it goes. Real ones understand, if you know, you know. Late nights, no sleep, chasing that glow. Pain in the past, but the fire still grows. Truth in the struggle, strength in the soul. You don't need words, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Through the fire and the rain we go. If you know, you know. From the shadows to the stage we go. Raise your hands, let the whole world know. Some things only the real ones know. If you know, you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Walking through storms where the thunder rolls. Life tried to break me, but I kept control. Every closed door turned into a road. Every dark night made the fire explode. Loyalty deep like a code we chose. Fake ones fade when the truth unfolds. We keep it real, that's the life we show. No explanation, if you know, you know. From the pain came power, from the doubt came pride. Every battle fought, every tear we cry. We rise like thunder, hear the crowd explode. This is more than music, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Through the struggle, the legends grow. If you know, you know. Turn the pain into rocket flow. Raise your voice, let the whole world know. Some things only the real ones know. If you know, you know. Yeah, yeah, know.
You're only in me. Only in me.
You can throw it all away when things break, when things shatter.
Write it on your face.
Every little detail matters.
Only in me.
I feel the tension in my veins, like a spring that won't release. Every secret, every stain, still echoing underneath.
I'm the coil, I'm the weight, I'm the ghost you can't escape. Only in me.
It never fades.
Only in me.
The mess you made,
You try to hide, but I still see. Everything lives
yeah.
only in me.
Yeah, you say you didn't know, but you knew from the start. Every crack in the mirror came straight from your heart. You play the victim, point fingers, rewrite the scene. But the truth don't vanish, it just hides in between. Every lie that you told, every mask that you wore, got you pacing in circles, still knocking on the same door. Try to bury the past, but it's stuck in your chest. Even silence gets loud when you're fighting yourself.
Only in me.
Yeah, die for me, brother.
You don't know what you've seen,
Love one another.
but it's never what it seems.
Lie for me, brother.
Hide behind the cover.
When everything breaks,
You run from each other. No one's ever truly good. No one's ever truly evil. We do things you never should. And we're never really equal. No one's ever truly good. No one's ever truly evil. We do things we never could.
still pretending we're all
People.
Take your best shot, go ahead, release pressure. All that anger just turns into a stretcher. Carrying weight that you never addressed. Now it's living in your lungs, now it's stuck in your breath. Propaganda in your head, got you lost in the spin. Calling me out, but you're hiding your sin. You built this fire, now you're feeling the heat, but the truth don't die. It repeats, it repeats.
You point your finger, but it comes back to you. Only in me,
It never fades.
only in me.
The mess you made.
No man is good.
No man is free.
We carry shadows only in me. 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 Only in me.
What's up, guys? I'm back, and we're halfway to the show. If people are coming on, like the stream, everybody, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, so we're talking about con season. So hi, zombie. So this is Monsterpalooza. Will be May 29th to May 31st, and they're gonna have guests. So we got Ali Cooper. So you got some Black Savage, the guitar. Billy, right? Corey Taylor from Slipknot. And some Beetlejuice, the girl, I don't know. Then you got, if you watch Insidious, franchise business, great movie. Leona, she's gonna be there. Some movie actors I don't know. Then you got Paul. He did the penguin for the animated Batman. Kermit the Frog. If you know, she played Leia and Peggy from Mary and Sherwin. Some act, I don't know. Then you got Thomas Jane, the Punisher, 2004. Predator, Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea is the shark movie. You got David Howard Thorne, Art the Clown. You got Victoria from Terrifier. 1, 2, and 3. I met her already last year in Art the Clown. Then you got the Pale Girl. She's the only one I need to get her autograph. Terrifier 1 and 2. Oh, there's a story between her and the director. What happened? I need to watch it. But she was suing the director, David Leon, about it. Then you got The Exorcist. I think it's The Exorcist. Oh no, The Evil Dead Rise. Then you get the little boy from Insidious. In Iron Man 3, the little kid. Jurassic World. Cole, he was in Jurassic Park movie. Then you got Lana Luthor, who played as Smallville. The Riddler. Joe David Avatar. You got WWE Paige now. She's back. Goosebumps. Some other. Then you get Ken Hodder. Jason. Oh, that's the guy who played Doug on Freddy vs. Jason and Halloween Kill and Friday Nights at Freddy and Hellboy. And we just talked about the new Nightmare on Elm Street, the little boy. Old school Dracula. Oh, she's canceled due to work making a movie. 912 cancel. So yeah, this will be Monsterpalooza lineup for this year. So check it out. So yeah. And next, it's gonna be the same week it's happening. At Anime Riverside. So the HorrorCon, Monsterpalooza, and Anime Riverside is gonna be the same week. So it's tough. You like horror and anime, but who's gonna be there? So you got Johnny Young Bosch. I already met Johnny Young Bosch like 7 times, so I'm good. Then you get the voice actor from Goku, Sean. You get Hinosuke. I already got his autograph and Kirito, but I need to sign my Funko Pop of Kirito for Sora Online. more anime. Oh yeah, I like this guy for Demon Slayer. So basically, it's more Demon Slayer and yeah, Ray Zero. Then you got Jason Font. You play the Trunks, son of Trunks, Leon for the Resident Evil game. Then you get, I met her already. She signed my Funko Pop of, so more. So I didn't know she played Mokuba. So yeah, we know that female actors or voice actor play male character too. That's crazy. You get Matt from Digimon. Kakashi, I met him already. Dave. Some video game voice actors too. Bash Bandicoot. Oh, I like the Digimon. I think it's season 4. He played Aichi and so forth, and that's it. I'm gonna look at the time. So the 30 and the 31st. So in 2 weeks, maybe it's gonna be a little bit more gas. We'll have to find out. So that's it for the. Sorry, guys. I keep on forgetting to show you the list. I need to remember to change it. So you got Johnny Young Bosch, met him already. The voice actor from Goku for anime. Hanaske Kirito. Great guy. Right? thing, Jason Font. Well, you can see Jason Font over a lot, so I don't have to worry about. So you get anime voice actor and video game voice actors. Babasa, babasa. Matt. So you get some Digimon too. Kakashi. So basically I met half of them already. Crash Bandicoot. Digimon Season 4. I love this character so much. And that's it. And tickets are really cheap. I want to see the ticket price. So Friday you can pick up your badge. So Saturday, Sunday. So the tickets are not that expensive. So early pass is $31 because you get an hour early access to the con. For for the weekend pass, it's $58.20. For Saturday, Sunday, it's $41.41 and 64. So 82, or you will pay $58 for 2 days. So I would get the weekend pass. Not true. I was to see Cooper again. I wish Australia had those events. Yeah, mostly where I live, SoCal, California, we got a lot events, a lot of cons in Southern California. But I went to Anime Riverside and also I went to Anime Pasadena. If you go to Anime Pasadena, there are a lot of people from the LA area. The LA area have more people into the anime field there. Cause you got Little Tokyo there, and there are like a lot of anime. And also, Anime Riverside gonna have a free concert for attendings. So they're gonna have Alien Ant Farm. So a free concert in Alien Ant Farm is local here in Riverside. They're from Riverside, Alien Ant Farm. So you got a lot of cosplay people. And I want to show you a little clip for use. So I'll show you like more events of Riverside. Then we'll lower down the volume. So you got cosplayers, Michigan. Then you got people dressed cosplayer. Show you like some merch, vendors. So people dress up a lot for this event. That like wrestling last year I went to. People dress their cosplay character, anime. So amazing stuff. And they have like panels too with the voice actors talking about their anime. So and some free music, some food trucks, car, motorcycle design of anime. Make cafe, video games area. Autograph signing, meeting the voice actor, figures, stickers. So yeah, so amazing stuff that I have there. And so for, I think that's it for two. There are more cons coming soon. Let you guys know. And that's it for need to find that video. So next I'm gonna talk about Jason David Frank interview Lio Rush. So let me do my introduction. So Jason David Frank interview Little Rush, you know, he used to work for WWE back in the day. Now he's at All Elite Wrestling, AEW. And this was during the pandemic era. So Jason David Frank did the interview with him. So he's a pro wrestler. And it's fair use.
Got my water cup, ready to rock and roll. Well, guys, first of all, welcome. Today's gonna be the first episode of the JDF live show. We'll call it that, JDF Instagram live show. We got a special guest. I put this out to a lot of my friends. Lio Rush, who's in the WWE. He'll be coming on and joining us in probably a couple minutes here, but I got a great lineup. We got a ton of people coming in, so I'm going to send you the master list of who's going to be on. I mean, I got a ton of people on. I'll go through that list a little bit later today. Got some Dragon Ball Z, got some Mortal Kombat, got some Son of Anarchies, owners of Comic Cons. I'll get directors, Bat in the Sun. So there's going to be a ton of people on, producers. So each episode will kind of gear towards them. So if you have questions for that genre, which we'll be talking to Lio tonight, who is also a songwriter, and he's an impressive writer, does a lot of poems. He actually inspired me as well when I sent him a lot of stuff. So yeah, and we also have giveaways.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. If you listen to Lio Rush music, it's really good, and I enjoyed it. And also, he's a pro wrestler, so let's go back to JDF. I was gonna say
Going to be pre-signed giveaways for my friend Catherine and Jason Font. So, and the way the giveaways are going to work, because remember it's all new. The way giveaways are going to work is I'm going to screenshot randomly. And then I'm going to, so if you're commenting below, I'll screenshot and then I'll pick a winner. 3 winners will definitely go out. We'll put together a list and post it on stories of who won the pre-sign photos. These are actually numbered as well. There's only 500 of them. Font has some, Catherine has some. So anyway, pre-sign from Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel from the episode where we returned. So anyway, we're gonna.
And that episode was Super Ninja Steel. I think what's it called? Dimension of Danger.
Bring in Leo. Let's see if Leo's out there. This is the first time, so first time doing this stuff, which is super cool. Yeah, here we go. Bringing in Leo.
So if it took forever, it's not me. It was Jason Internet. Just a different internet. So it's not me, guys. So
Waiting there.
well, that is me.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
hanging in there, chilling in the house. What about you?
Yeah, just same thing, man. Dealing with this stuff. I hate talking about it, but yeah, I read your article too in the Forbes. I just happened to scroll through that, so you got some.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think we're all.
Sorry, guys. I cannot take this off. It was an Instagram live by Jason.
We're all in this together, man. It's all common. I don't even like giving it the power of the name, but this virus is just, it's really distracting people. It's also, I think, taking them mentally. You know what I mean? And it's, I think we're here just to kind of lift the audience up, but let them remind them too. We're going through the same stuff.
Yeah, man. It's so crazy to think about and just to look on social media about so many people that are affected by this. And I mean, that I've been an advocate.
So during the pandemic era, the COVID-19, people cannot leave or go to school. They have to be locked down at home. It was suck because you don't see your family or friends there.
Advocate for mental health for a while now.
Yeah, mental health is very important. Definitely. I'm barely learning. Like I was in school, you have to take care of yourself, healthcare, right? And
and just myself, like just you know, with all of the things that I have going on, and having the anxiety that I have in most cases, and to look at all of this, I can't imagine how some people feel, you know, with not having their jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know it's kind of freezing up on me. I don't know if that's my connection.
And also, I forgot, it sucked because during the pandemic, I used to work in Amazon. Then you have to get tested, and so for people are losing their job during that time. If good, I don't want to get tested, but you have to get tested, and people just get laid off or quit their job because of that.
Are you?
But
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, no, I heard you. I think you came up on. I think you hit the nail, dude. Because just to introduce everyone, you mind how many people are probably tuning in? There's a lot of youngsters that always tune in. Jason, Dave, Frank, the Green Ranger. We have
Definitely. This is some people call me the man of the hour. Some people call me Lio Rush. Some people just call me Leo. But I'm a professional wrestler for the WWE. I'm also a writer, songwriter, recording artist, and I kind of do everything.
That's what I was gonna say. I like the man of the hour. This is the first time we're here doing this, so the man of the hour. I actually did tell everyone that me and you met, but I think we kind of dug deep because you kind of inspired me to write my poems as well, and that's kind of like feelings. And you're great on helping people mentally.
Yeah, Jason, he write poems also too. Great poems.
The only problem is that when people watch, they think we're not going through that.
Yeah.
You know, because we're putting our mask on for now. So I just want to let you all know that we're both, all of us are dealing with this, but we kind of choose just the man of the hour, no matter if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we kind of choose to share this because I think what you do is amazing. I mean, the WWE, I get it, but I'm intrigued with your music. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So can you share just a little bit? I kind of checked your stuff out, and then I was like, wow. And you've been writing for a while. Can you like share a little bit of how that came about, or how long you were writing? Like what kind of stuff you're writing? Songs, deep stuff.
Yeah.
Deep stuff. So you mind sharing that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I started writing poetry when I was a teenager. And it just randomly happened. I've gone through so many things as a teenager, you know, like in and out of the court system, and dealing with some pretty big family issues and stuff like that. So I don't know, writing poetry kind of helped me cope with my feelings and the situation. And one day I woke up at about 3 a.m. My mom has insomnia. She's just in the kitchen. And I was like, hey, what do you think about this poem? And she said that it was really good. I think I was maybe about 13, 14 years old at the time. And then ever since then, I started writing poetry. And my parents were actually gospel nominated Stellar Awards. Stellar Awards. So I grew up around, you know, musicians and artists and stuff like that. And I always knew that one day I would tap into, you know, actually writing songs and kind of putting my poetry into music. So
that's inspiring, dude.
Thank you.
Inspiring, man. Like, just for the audience out there, I kind of wrote for a while, but you know, like you were saying, when you tell your mom, or sometimes there always thinks everything's great. You know, you ever like mom, you're like, yeah, but then you share with friends, like someone who I would say experience, or someone who understands that path. Because a lot of people that I talk to don't understand the mental health path. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people I work with that said, hey, dude, I'm 50 and I've never experienced that stuff. Or what you write is so deep and so dark, you know, and Sean Ashton's big. He's also helps me out. But he always, says, man, it's dark stuff, but it's dark stuff that I can express is kind of what I relate to. And that's why me and you doesn't really feel like an interview, although, you know, me and you text and I always did, you know, we're so busy and I understand the industry. That's why I appreciate you coming. I sent 10, 15 texts to all my friends, which we have a line. First one always to say, yeah, I want to share. So I think we're out there to save lives, in my opinion.
Definitely, man. And you know, the reason why I'm always so quick is I always appreciate and I love what you do. I love what you do for your fans, your family. It's always super motivating and inspiring to see, you know, how much you care about people that have supported you throughout the years. So I'm always down to do anything with you to, you know, motivate the people, inspire the people, and, you know, keep them going, especially in times like this.
Especially, dude, which is great because, you know, it's not like I got to call someone and charge you or do this or do that. It's like we're doing this for free to, I think, get people's mind off this stuff, even me. Because, you know, social media, dude, is a yell of fire all day. I want to yell fire all day long. Fire, fire. It's like to be next. If me and you were in war, I'm not going to remind you every day, every second that, you know, we're going to get shot. We're going to die. I'm going to be like, you're strong, bro. Put your stuff on. You're the man of the hour. I'm going to pump you up to get through the next level. And I don't feel society's doing that.
No.
Like my karate schools, I'm continuing, dude. I don't care if I got to do online. People are calling me and asking my open. Yes, we're doing everything we can. But, dude, I can't mentally shut down again. You know how that is, how busy and crazy we are. I think we strive. And you, too. You're great to the fans, man. I mean, people love you. But see, I know you as you.
Yeah.
I don't watch I go to WWE shows. I'm invited, and everyone probably thinks, but I don't. I'm busy, man, and I'm busy giving the passion and the love out to fans. And so I see you. I follow you.
Yeah. So basically, Jason David Frank talking about his passion. So, you know, mental health is more important. And he liked WWE, going to shows, and you know what? He's really busy in life back in the day, going to cons, meeting his fans, and more.
Because of what you do. If you're not in it, this doesn't grab my interest. As soon as you see him with your songs, which I really think that's a good expression to sing and to do what you do, because it really is. It's really, I love your video, dude. The video was great. All the stuff you do is, I don't know who shoots that, or you put together a team, or is that in your head, the visions of your video?
Yeah, I usually have an idea. And I've been recently working with a guy by the name of Xavier. He's out here in Florida with me, and he's always, you know, on top of it. Like as you know, like my schedule is crazy. I never know what's next, and I think about an idea, and I'm like, oh man, I literally have less than a day to shoot this if I want to. So he's always on top of it. He's always willing to, you know, put my ideas and visions and dreams into
it's good to see that vision. It's good to see that vision. I did in my head that short film, and we got accepted for awards, and we're gonna go screen this movie in March, and now the screening's not happening. You know, 6-7 shows in a row got canceled. So it's what we do, man. I think that's the kind of stuff the world needs. I mean, honestly, it just.
And it also sucked when during the pandemic era, none of them can go to like cons and meet their fans. And it's hard for them to make money to make, you know, pay for the bills, house, all the stuff. So
for me, if I had a choice between watching you on WWE and the Man of the Hour, I'm going to watch your songs and music, because that's what makes you like an imprint. Why are you so different than everyone else? You obviously, you know, have the passion for the music, and also have the sincerity. I guess you know, it's hard to share your feelings You know, but I always say it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough if we do. It sucks, but people don't. So it's a really tough thing. I know people look at WWE and karate and all that, but dude, this is what we have in common with 80% of people watching, if not 90, they just don't call it out.
Yeah.
You know, they don't look in the mirror and they're always pointing fingers at someone else. And I think that's kind of what I'm really into, is the stuff that, I guess, on the end of the day, if we're, you know, on an island, we have the government, we don't have no money. On the end of the day, I need food, I need water, and I need to be moved. My soul needs to be entertained, and I need to have a friend or someone I can lean on. Other than that, I'm going to go crazy. If I have food, water, and people to invest my emotional bank account in, I'm happy, because it ain't the bank. You know, now it's not, if something happens, dude, on the ultimate day when you're struggling, and we all struggle, but what do we do on the end of the day? You can always pick up the phone, and it might not, you know, people use my brother's house.
That's true. What was Jason saying? Yeah, we struggle in life. We struggle. Hey, we need to talk to somebody, like your friend. In the Discord, my boy does, you know what I mean, does talk a lot in the Discord now. And or anybody give it like a call, text, or straight DM. Cause you know what? We need to control our emotional bank account. Like JDF, we need to have like positive friends to be there with us. We're going to like hard times. I was there with us going some hard time.
People would say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And it was like, oh, God, it didn't really help. I hate saying that, but it really didn't help. Or people would remind me, how do you feel? It was like, how things better? Really not. So all we can do is shut up and feed what we need to feed, which is us, you know? Can you talk about your song? I know you were in the Forbes. I just looked at all the stuff, your stuff popped up, but your song Lost.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what is that really like? I mean, we get it, but what does it mean in a nutshell? Like, if I had to, you know, talk about my poems, what can you sum it up? Like, what that would mean to everybody and you?
To sum it up, I wrote that when I took kind of a leave from the company, from WWE, and I was just at home and reflecting on just where I wanted to be, what I really cared about. And just where I wanted my life to go. And at that time, before I took that leave, I was literally so lost in my head. And, you know, I was getting too caught up in the road life. And I was I had that separation. I had a good kind of balance between personal and business. And I was drifting a little too off into the business side. And I was kind of losing myself personally. And everything that I had.
Yeah, I remember he was in WWE, that he watched Hype Man for Bobby Lashley. Now both of them in the same company from AEW, and like that, you know, Lio Rush, he had kids too. So everybody have family, you know, personal or business, you know what I mean? But you take more into the business. I need to prepare, you know, I need to work for my family. I need to provide for my kids, my wife, girlfriend, wherever, and himself.
Going on in my personal life. And I was just in a weird place and just trying to figure out, you know, why I am doing this and who I'm doing it for. So.
Dude, I get it. In My Head is the name of my movie. Don't know how to explain it. Short film, In My Head. I think it's really tough for you, man, to go out there and fight for everything that people don't fight for. You know, 90% of us relate, or you look at anything. I don't follow politics, man. But you look at all these rules that come in, it's like everyone wants to do it, but no one's coming together about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at first it was when I was sharing this stuff and asking you, hey, man, should I? And then you said, yeah, look at my stuff. And then I went, okay, well, it's not that bad if Leo's going through that. And that's here we are from the industry, letting people know out there they can, I guess, I wouldn't even say change your life. What would you tell people, dude? Because I always look at, because our life is still going. My book is not over yet. You know what I mean? It's not like I want to do a book and say, here's the happy ending. I'm just, we're all going through stuff. What would you, I guess, tell people that are struggling? I know things are going to get better, but how I say write. I mean, for me, I write all my stuff.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better, dude. What would you tell people that can't grasp that? I have mental health issues, but what can I do?
Well, like you, writing definitely helps me out so much. And even if it's not a song, even if it's not a poem, literally, if I'm feeling frustrated with something, if I am feeling sad or upset about anything, I literally write it down so I can look at it and see and realize why or what's making me feel that way and how I can approach it in a reasonable way rather than just thinking about it in my head and trying to figure it out. And I feel, I don't know, there's something very therapeutic to take the thoughts in my head and just put them on paper. It's almost like I'm pushing them somewhere else.
Releasing it through the pen, like kind of like pad work or working out our body, right?
A lot of people do, like a lot of people like going to the gym. A lot of people like smoking cigarettes. A lot of people have their different own ways to
drugs
relieve stress. And my way is just writing. So
that's a good thing, and nowadays, and touch subject on it, but it's so easy to get away from stuff now, man. All these, the stuff kids have and this, and I'm not saying nothing wrong, but it's so easy. It's so hard to truly face yourself when you're completely sober off everything and deal with you in your head. And that's why I think, and you were saying the old.
Like for me, that have a clear mind. Like people like to write and journal and make songs. For me, I like to do be the creator I am, like to draw, paint, or do graphic design, or play video games to help me to think about not the problems, but more freedom I can do. So, people do like smoking, drinking, all that stuff, but to get rid of the problem, but the problem is still going back. But just you need to, like the song, I'm free.
Old fashioned, I really think it and ink it. I don't like the texting. I like, I don't know how you do, but I like kind of old fashioned writing, because this versus which is fine. I write a lot.
For me, like writing, I don't like to write or text people. I'm like old fashioned. I just wanted to, call people, listen to the voice more than, okay, ringing this and go, hey, Rudy, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing great. I go, hey, man, what's up? I like listen to the voice and, okay, that's my better. Okay, what happened? The gun. What the last time you're gonna hear his voice? Like, been a while. Then ringing his text message, what's up? I'm ready like that.
All my phone's on my phone. I mean, half and half. But I like to write because it is therapeutic. It is, I like going to the gym too. But on the end of the day, man, when people are dealing with stress, and right now, anxiety, dude, it's the biggest thing that people are dealing with. And I would almost say that we can't feed the anxiety. That's why I don't want to mention what the virus is named, because we put the energy to it and it continues to grow. And I think our job as role models is to lead. And even though sometimes it's really hard to lead, man, and we're like, I don't want to be a leader right now, dude. I just want to be a normal person. But that's what makes you a champion. That's what makes you a star. And that's what makes you the man of the hour Everyone loves you, dude. And I think because you're real, you're really good people. And, you know, so I don't even know what to talk about. We didn't pre-plan this. We didn't, you know, where it's going. And a lot of people that watch my page, they get past this hump of, let me ask you a Power Ranger question. Let me ask you a WWE question. I get it, because that stuff's easy.
Yeah.
That stuff is so easy to think about, but see, it's work.
Yeah, like people ask me, like, also think about horror movie, because like it's easy for me. I can talk about that. It's easy to speak on like anime like that I know, like Dragon Ball Z, Demon Slayer, Yu-Gi-Oh, WWE stuff. What kind of wrestlers, female wrestlers, Power Ranger. So let's keep on going. If you give me a new topic, will take me a little bit longer, like the criminal activity world. A little bit. But I know a little bit, not too much.
When you put the time in, you want to look at yourself. It's just easier to go on Instagram and yell fire, or have relationships that are new relationships over and over again. And that's the reason why Power Rangers switched every single year, is because once I left the show. The show just because I wasn't happy. It wasn't about money, dude. I think they were treating people, so I just left the show. And every year they changed cast because they don't want cast members to have the power. So every year I'd wonder, new cast. But then I understand the word limerence, which is, you know, your limerence, like dopamine in your body. You're really happy in a relationship for 6 to 18 months. And after 18 months, your limerence is over. And then you're like, what am I doing? So if you can get past that limerence.
Yeah, let me go rewind that back. You know, when he said he left the show because, you know, the money, how they treated people. Come on. Be real. Look at what they did with David Yost. Doing the LBGT, if I correct it right. Calling, you know, the F word. Or get rid of, you know, everybody, and you get new cast every year. So I was half a year in Turbo when Jason left, then you give it to TJ. Then one year with Blake Foster, Justin, worst ever.
It'd be good. The only thing is Power Rangers are only hired for that time. By the time they say, where's my trailer? You're gone. So they, you know, and everyone's here to do your job, but no one understands the struggle that it actually takes to do it. You know, like today I'm hustling. You know, I got my schools, I got all this stuff going on. I'm writing stuff, but it's not like I'm post a picture of the steak. And I was thinking that tonight, I didn't take half hour to make the steak. It took me 5 minutes, and I posted it to make it look like I'm hanging out at a barbecue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's like is there anything that you want to tell people? Because I think you have a big influence in your videos that me and Jenna did. I mean, you're a big influencer. My daughter, she don't watch WWE. She knows you for you, but she also knows you as this, you know, a songwriter, musician, which I kind of know you from that, which is weird, but that's what I follow. You know what I mean? So is there anything you want to tell anyone?
I know that just these are crazy times right now. I know a lot of people are affected by this, not just mentally and physically, but financially as well. It's the only thing that I can truly say is to just try to take care of yourself. Try to stick by your loved ones. Just making sure that everybody's okay. Of course, I don't want to say the cliche like, "Oh, wash your hands," blah 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 blah. But but I feel like this is going to impact people the most mentally, A lot of people have never been in this situation before. A lot of people, this generation kind of grew up on going out and going to parties and social media and stuff like that, and just being around people in general. Not a lot of people are staying in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's rough. I know. I would say for sure, always just look after yourself. Take some time to yourself. Make sure you're staying in contact with your loved ones. Stay close to your loved ones, and
facts, because I would talk to my family from my mom's side more than my dad's side, because my mom's side family are here in the United States, and I talk to them on and off, but I know I reach out how they're doing in life. And even my cousin that I need to go visit pretty soon and talk to him. It's been a while I talked to him and seen him. Last time I seen him like 2 years ago. So yeah. Reach out to your loved ones.
just like how people are on here now, on this live feed, watching this, I would say, just try to follow people that inspire you. Try to follow people that are motivating, and just people that you look up to, because I feel like it's a big deal when you can see somebody that you look up to, or that's in a higher, not higher position, but in a kind of a bigger light, just in the world in general. It's easier to cope with things if you see that those same people are going through what you're going through, and seeing how they're dealing with stuff. So, yeah, man, like for me, Twitter is the worst right now.
Yeah.
I can't look at it. I can't, it's a lot of people that are negative on there. So just try to stay in a positive light and around positive people.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, a lot of people like to go back to wash your hands and clean. Shouldn't that's what we'd be doing anyway?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we should be like washing hands, showering. I'm just saying that's whatever hygiene is. But yeah, for sure. And I think right now in this time, two things that never go down is alcohol and sweets, because people just rely on that right now. See, I don't drink. I used to, but I don't, because of you guys. I could be a bigger brother. You trust me. You can drink 10.
Yes, for me, last time I drank alcohol was, let me think, 2023 in December, or New Year Eve. So it's almost going to be 3 years that I have no alcohol in my system. It's tempting, but it's been 3 years.
10 times around me, by the time, I won't say nothing. But by the 9th, 10th time, you're going to look at me and go, you trust me because I'm not drinking. You're going to be like, dang, I'm going to have to do a little bit of that. So you're almost influenced by not being preached to. I can't be preached to. I need this and I need religion, and I can't be preached. You have to show me. And if I'm there being a bigger brother, it doesn't matter if you fail 10 or 20 or 30 times. By setting an example is what people will go by, not what you tell them. It's example. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, WWE, everyone always asks me, when are you going to do it and what's going on? I really didn't have any clue. Really, what you guys are talented, dude. Like, I look at you guys and I think, like, my back hurts by doing that. There's an art to it. And sometimes people don't see that art. You know what I mean? There are 1,000 people behind you to do your job, but 999 don't understand it. And that's why you're number 1,000, is because you move forward. Most people can't handle it under stress. And I'll just tell everyone right now, because we'll go in a little bit, but under stress creates pressure, and pressure creates a diamond. So right now in the time, we're pressured, dude. We're pressured in life. So either you're going to crack or you're going to become a diamond.
Yeah.
And, I might look like I got all my stuff together, but on the end of the day, dude, I'm just like you guys. And we're just like regular people doing what we do best, because I tell you what, and I know you will, we'll get off the phone, we'll text each other and be like, that was dope. Thank you, man. When can we do more? And I know you got things working on too, and you can tell people, but I just think it's really great and refreshing to see people. So I don't want people to be embarrassed of, I'm doing drugs, I'm doing this, because that's what everyone's going to do, is drink and not handle society right now. So I tell you, put everything down. You're drinking, drug, sweets, food, put everything down and see if you can deal with who you are in the next few days. Because it's so easy to be numb, but it's so hard and tough to be us and to actually take that time. And no one has to say anything, but take that time in 24 to 48 hours, get off everything and just not rely on, I'm going to grab a beer and watch this game. Just be you and try to face you. Most people don't, because it's easier just to go on social media and click fire, fire, fire. And everyone's spreading rumors. See, we didn't have that back in the days. We had the communicators that people thought was never going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd say we did the old-fashioned interviews. We didn't have this, dude. I don't. It'd be great, but like I tell all my fans, and they laugh. If I had this, why would I go to the command center?
Yeah.
I'll just FaceTime Zordon. I wouldn't even have to do anything.
Exactly.
Right? I'd be like, yeah, okay, FaceTime us. So.
Power Ranger in the future. I go, what? Zordon? Just hit me up Zoom. Just hit me up on Instagram. Give me a voice call. Tommy, the Rangers need your help against Lord Zed. Okay, Zordon. I'll be there, Zordon. Okay. Alright. That'd be funny.
But maybe, and we'll go in a little bit. Maybe we can wrap it up. You can tell people kind of what you work. I know you got a lot of good stuff coming up. As far as we're talking about social media and all your other stuff. I'm not saying now is the time to plug, but I want to follow you, and I'm sure people do too. So how can they, I sound so cliche. Well, how can people follow you? But really, I mean, people that are watching, I said the younger people that tune in might think, look at this good-looking man on the end. They don't on the corner. They just might tune in. So maybe people are tuning in, just watching it.
Definitely.
Because what we want them to watch it for, change their thought process, get them out of a funk, and deal with people who they are. So maybe you can tell some.
Yeah, well, my fan base is mostly wrestling. I am tapping more into the music industry, but as of right now, I'm trying to focus on things that'll keep me right up here. Because, like I said, this is a really hectic time right now. So I'm just pushing my music as much as I can, continuing to write. I definitely can't go and record in studio as much as I would like to. So I'm just going to be writing. I'm going to be putting out more songs, more music videos, as well as I'm going to be posting videos, and I started 2 days ago, but every day I'm going to be posting a video of my journey in the WWE, starting from when I got signed all the way until now, just to give people, I know that people are missing that wrestling content. And I know a lot of shows are canceling, a lot of shows are getting postponed. So I'm just trying to give people some good moments.
Yeah, I realized that, not to bring down Power Ranger, but Power Ranger, it's fading in a way. There are a lot of content creators that review pro wrestling. Wrestling is popular because wrestling is never gonna die. It keep on going forever, and there are like a bunch of pro wrestling company. You got AEW, you got WWE, you got New Japan Pro Wrestling, and on and on and on. Or for anime, there are a bunch of anime keep on going on too. The longest episode or saga, the longest anime, it's One Piece. Let's go back.
Some good flashback moments, and so they can have something to look forward to every single day. So that's what I'm trying to do, kind of trying to fill that wrestling void with posting those videos as well as focusing on my music. So
that'd be great, man. I tell Jenna she writes, and I just leave her alone. She writes, does her song, amazing stuff. I can't guide anyone to that, but I will say this too. I'm the same way. Like, I can throw this in there, Leo, and do this right here, and I'll probably get 10 times more hits than anything. But the people that are truly your fans and that are down for you know you for who you are and what you do. And I'm the same. Like, I think, oh, you know, Power Ranger Kent. I don't. Right now, we're feeding more than you can imagine. So what I'm telling you right now is that those WWE fans are a fan of people. They see good people, and they love your music too. I always look at, you know, Power Ranger fans don't want to see poems. Literally, my whole Power Ranger fan base. You can't judge your feelings. I can't look and go, oh, Leo, that's wrong. It's right. It's the way you feel. People that judge it or say something, they don't know how to deal with everyday life. Yeah. And that's what I like. So I'm sure, and which is great. I look forward to that because that's fans. I wouldn't say that that's what they want to see, but at the same time, that's who you are, and you're a hero to people. And this is the stuff that people need. I'm really tired of empty content, dude. I love it. It's great. People are moved by it. But, man, right now is the fans that we need are the fans that don't want to take this crap virus stuff no more. They're looking to feed and center their soul. So, you know, instead of out there doing whatever they're doing, maybe someone's out there drinking going like this. I don't judge, dude.
Yeah.
Be who you are, but you have to sometimes face yourself and look in the mirror. And that's why I give you a lot of credit, is because you're not afraid, you know, to sit there and say, hey, you know, life is scary, man. You know, life is crazy. All these deep thoughts that I think and all this stuff, people look and go, dude, but you're supposed to be a hero. But on the end of the day, we are heroes by exposing what heroes don't expose.
Yeah.
It's like the kryptonite to Superman. You know, it's our kryptonite. And I'm sure you're just like me. I don't care. I kind of do. But at the same time, oh, well, because the way I look at it, and even Gary Vee says that if we change one person, I don't even look to see how many people on here. If we change one person, then we've done our job. And I know the blessings are going to come. That's why I do. I'm going to get you in the Legend of the White Dragon. We're going to get that done. I just want to call you and tell you, hey, you know, I didn't want to call and just keep telling people because the industry's like that. But, man, I appreciate you, and I think what you're doing is your right thing. And I guess I'll tell people follow their heart and follow their passion, dude. I say it all the time. Passion will make profit.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're looking at profit, then you don't got the passion.
Yeah. Don't chase the money.
Yep.
Yeah. I love what you said about you know, the money isn't everything. Money can't buy.
True. You know, some YouTuber I know, we care about money. For me, I don't care about money. Like later on, if I need the money, you know, but I don't like. I'm passionate to make YouTube videos that I really enjoy and bring you guys the entertainment, like horror news, Power Rangers, more Jason Day Frank, anime, like everything that I know, pop culture, like Funko Pop, Training Card, Pokemon. Oh, the new Pokemon set is coming next week. So I talked to GameStop today to buy a Pokemon pack. Dude, Pokemon is going up in value. The EBT, the box one, $90. I go, dang, I remember it used to be $60 or $50. And now it's $90. Everything is going up in price. Anyways, let's go back to Jason.
Happiness. Yeah. And chase what you love. Don't chase the money. The money will come.
And do what you're doing, and we'll go right now. But do what you're doing, man. Is give to people. I always tell like Jenna just inspire people. I don't want to hear anything going. I don't want to stand next to you, yell fire, fire. Those are the people that anxiety. And I'll tell you one thing. I have a book in there, the Charles Lindor method. Only book about anxiety is from the UK, and I got it. And when I read it, I was like, and heard the CDs, I'm not as bad as everyone else in there. But he does tell you, don't talk about it. It will feed your anxiety like a vine, like those vines growing on a fence. And that's the problem, is that, you know, everyone's talking about it. It's almost impossible, but you're right. Stay away from Twitter. Twitter. Hey, what's wrong with y'all? But yeah, follow. You have choices.
It's called X now, not Twitter. Send me a tweet.
In life, and I think some of the content we watch is really easy content. Like I love the Practical Jokers, man. I love it. It just takes no thinking process for me to watch it, and that's what people on Instagram and everyone else is. They don't want to think about stuff, and I get it. But really, you got to craft your body. It takes work, like working out at the gym and working out mentally, or we're just gonna crash. You know what I mean? So I guess life's not a race; it's the longevity.
Yeah.
Right. And definitely. And so, but dude, thank you so much, man. And can you just tell people where to follow you? Because I don't even know where it says.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you again, Jason. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. You just said Lio. You just said Lio Rush, right? On your Instagram?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So on here on Instagram, you guys can follow me at Lio Rush. And then I'm on Twitter, even though I'm not getting on it right now. It's crazy right now. But I am on Twitter.
I'll tell you what, Leo, let's do this. Everyone out there, let's go out there. Let's send some positive vibes on Twitter, even though he might not read it. But I always tell people, and it's so true, take the time to share this with other people that want to get motivated. Too many people are so quick to share. I didn't get good service. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. When's the last time you sat in a restaurant and said, can I speak to your manager? He has everything okay? You speak to him and say, hey, I just want to tell you that girl did an amazing job as a waitress. It just doesn't happen. But my fans and your fans definitely going to make this happen tonight. Post, tag, do whatever. Just share the love, man. And I just thank you so much. And I already know, I'm going to let you go now. I already know we're going to text each other and say that was dope. But I'm going to text you anyway and tell you that it was dope. And I appreciate it, man.
Definitely, man. Thank you.
All right,
I appreciate you.
I'll talk to you later. I'll post this and share it a little bit. I'm just going to pull you off now and then talk to the fans a little bit.
Cool. All right, man. Take care.
All right, buddy. Much love, man. Thank you.
You too.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Meet GPT Image 2, the first image model that thinks before it draws. Take any still, drop it into Video Q3's reference to video, and instantly get a full 16 seconds of production-ready footage. Perfect motion, native audio, multiple lenses. This isn't...
So, love. Nothing but love. Leo, amazing, man. Not gonna keep you guys too long, but share this page with people. I don't even care if you tell them where the Instagram, but share the page with people, and let's get the positivity out there. Tomorrow, guess is 7 p.m. Eastern Central Time. 7 p.m. Central Time. I have my old school instructor Chris Casamassa, Casamassa. I had to learn how to spell that name, joining us, and he's a martial arts master around the world. He's also played Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat series, the original movie. So he...
Ooh, Mortal Kombat. The old school Mortal Kombat. Old school, not the new one. The old school Mortal Kombat Scorpion. I mean, I should do it tomorrow then, like an early day. Because I know Dust is streaming early, late, so you can watch that tomorrow. Because I'm free, no school, so I can stream now on more for you guys. Continue, Jason.
Played Scorpion, so he was a big influence on my life. Great person, highly successful. And we're going to have him joining us next. And then the lineup is crazy. Like I said, I'll have one of my instructors from Rise of the Sun. I'll have Dragon Ball Z. It's crazy. So everyone here is donating their time and sending love to everyone. So just want to send you love. I have not forgot about the giveaways. I'm going to go back, screenshot shoot some stuff and do the giveaways. So, Font, Catherine, I want to thank you guys for signing this for my giveaways. And nothing else to say, man. Nothing else to say. Nothing to plug. Nothing to talk about, except I appreciate taking seconds out of your day, 86,400 seconds a day, and you actually got to share some seconds with me. So I want to thank you, if not minutes or an hour. Man of the hour, Lio Rush, thank you so much. And I look forward to following you and seeing your content of the journey of the WWE, how you got to where you're at. Also, your song, people can go check out your music, Lost and a ton of other music. And anyway, thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, guys, my phone's kind of broken here, so thank you.
So, what do you think about Jason Day Frank interviewed or talking to Lio Rush about his career background in the WWE? Now he's in AEW, I mentioned that, and showed some positive vibes. You know, like, comment, share. See you on the next video. Peace. All right. I'm going to show you one more con and a wrestling 10 minutes. Then I'm going to drop the link. All right, guys. This is Nostalgia Con. I'm in there last year. It was great. But who's going to be there this year? So you got a couple people going to be there. Let me zoom in, guys. So you got, I want to remember him from Paris and Kings, Zeke and Luther from the Disney area. More anime. Then you got South Park, Cartman Mom, Stan Mom, The Mayor, and Wendy. Then you got her, Ashley. She was in the Twilight movie, Batgirl. Some skaters. The voice actor from Goofy. He's have a big line last time I saw him. Oh, gosh. Hook? You got Billy, Bill, West, Fry. So you have some old school. Then you got the one guy from the X-Men movie, Dave Fisher Pass. From the Twilight. Chachu, the little cat from Dragon Ball Z. Happy. Final Fantasy. Danny Fante. He draw his character when you meet him in person. So he's the creator, so he's really good when people ask him. More Final Fantasy voice actors. Red Arrow, or what's called Speed from Arrow, if I remember. Then you got the voice actor from Cell for Dragon Ball Z. David, another character. Oh, he's the little boy from Seven Heaven. Then you got David, the voice of Metal Gear, Snake. I got his autograph already. Then you got the guy from the Drew Carey show, and he do voice of Batman too. Then you got Bambi. So Silent Hill, the voice actor. Tim Wolf, Follow Me. So it's a 3-day event, guys. Hey, Justin, I love the guy. Chicken It, American Pie, Hannah Montana, Justin Stura. That's a must. I love his character. He played Rudy and Chicken It. My own name. Then he's the voice actor from Andy from Toy Story. More Twilight, Mandalorian. Then you get Snow White, voice actor. You got Kurt Angle. I supposed to meet him this week, but I had no money. Sad. I supposed to meet the cast from the Flash from the Arrow show series, but I didn't go. No money. But hey, maybe next time. He was in Twilight too. Sailor Moon. This is the new version. Before I have the old school Sailor Moon voice actor. The voice of Goku. So there are a lot he also do the last entrance when the Dragon Ball Z is over. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, when Mighty Gohan will face the challenge of Majin Buu. Find on the yeah. Mitchell Moose for Nara Hannah Montana. Then you got Grand Theft Auto 5, the video game. Then you got her play Easy in Kyle Mom. I don't know how many. So basically, it's going to be a soft port. Nikki, Miles Morales, Resident Evil 4. Another voice actor played Leon. More Disney character. Twilight, Mr. Colin. Hey, if your wife liked Twilight, you had to take her to this con. Oh, he's the voice actor from Middlegar 2, Ryan. Breaking Bad, RJ. I think I have a picture of RJ. I don't know. It's been a while. If I do, I'll show you. More riddle games. Father Gabriel from The Walking Dead. Bambi, more voice acting. He was in The Walking Dead too. One of Negan henchmen. More Kina Hart. TJ, TC, Superman, Lois, the from the Ever Show. Then you got referral, Eric Matthews, Feeney, Feeney. And probably going to be more guests. So I'd rather go to this one, rather go to Anime Riverside, because there are a lot of people there, actors. So their VIP, how much for the VIP? Free day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 1 day VIP, 1 day only. So it's $300. Oh, it's up included. You got like the goodie stuff, you know what I mean? 30-minute early access by that far. So I might get the general. But how much the ticket cost? So 230 for 3-day VIP pass. 1-day VIP is $177 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So only 1 day for the VIP pass. For general 3 days, it's $90. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. $36 for Friday. Sunday and Saturday. Saturday is $36 and Sunday is $31. So that's it for who's going to be there. One more, and that's it. Ooh. Give me a second, guys. I just put my eye drop, my medication eye drop. So I'm back. So MJF versus Darby Allin, Hair versus title storyline from AEW Dominite. So gonna be Double or Nothing. That's the pay-per-view call from the Arrow stream for use. Here's the T drop. Just kidding.
Imagine you've been sitting, waiting 6 years. 6 years of coffin drops of.
So basically, this is Darby Allin, one of my favorite wrestler from AEW.
Buildings off ladders into crowds.
So basically, he's a face, a good character, a good wrestler, and I've been following him AEW when it first launched.
6 years of being told you're.
So
of buildings off ladders into crowds. 6 years of being.
So this is MJF, one of the heel, that character. He's good what he do on the mic. So the history together because it used to be the four pillars from AEW was MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy. Who else? The four pillars. I forgot the fourth one. been a while, guys. So
And told you're small, too weird, too unhinged to carry a company. 6 years of sleeping in your car, literally, to chase something everyone else said you couldn't have. And then in 2 minutes on your home turf in Washington State, you take down the salt of the earth. That happened for Darby Allin because, as if you haven't heard, he is your AEW World Champion.
So right now, he is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Could he win it against MJF?
Champion. And now, 3 weeks later, we've got a rematch with something MJF values more than the belt itself on the line. So let's get into it. Welcome to the T-Drop Strong Brew No Soft Behavior. Let's talk about the upcoming match between MJF and Darby Allin and the stipulation that it will entail. 3 things we'll cover today. 1, what actually happened on April 15 and why this squash was the right call. 2, what Tony Khan said the day before it happened and why it matters more than most people are giving it credit for. And 3, the double or nothing rematch, the hair stipulation, and what the real stakes are. So let's get into it. So let's start with April 15. AEW Dynamite Spring Breakthrough, Angel of the Wind.
So basically, the fight on Spring Break, one of the Wednesday night, AEW. You can watch so Monday is Monday Night Raw from WWE. Tuesday is NXT. Wednesday is AEW. And Thursday is TNA. And then Friday night SmackDown. So a different wrestling company. So you can watch AEW, XBO Max, or TNA, or TBS.
Arena in Washington. That's Darby Allin's backyard. MJF walks in as champ.
So this was in Darby Allin house, well, his home state, Seattle, Washington.
Champion. He's been champion for 109 days. At the point, he won it at the World's End in 2025, ran through Swerve Strickland, Adam Page, Samoa Joe, all in one in the same night. The man earned that title. He already defended it against Bandido, Brody King, Kevin Knight, Adam Page, and Kenny Omega. Then came Dynamite Spring Breakthrough. Darby hits 4 consecutive coffin drops. He does a headlock takeover, and it's over. 2 minutes. Now here's where some people in the IWC started screaming, they buried MJF. Let me ask you something. Did they though? Because look at what some wrestling reports are saying. For example, ITR Wrestling reported that the real reason for the quick loss was that MJF has some movie commitments. His name.
So a lot of people were angry because JDF lost the belt to Darby, because when people drop the belt, they're gonna do like a movie, or their contract is over. That's why when people drop the belt, or want someone new to take a shot, an opportunity, and for their entertainment business, like a spokesperson.
Has been on call sheets for months. The decision to run this quick wasn't disrespect. It was scheduling reality wrapped in storytelling. Before any of this, though, Darby had to earn the shot at AEW Dynasty. He beat Andrade El Idolo clean to get there. So it didn't just fall in his lap. And for Darby specifically, let me slow down on this for a second. This is a man who told in a Yahoo Sports report that I said, I'm going to make it in this world of wrestling as Darby Allin, or I'm going to fail as Darby Allin. I set the bar with myself. Hey, I've been homeless. I've done all this stuff. I'm not afraid to go back to that. And if I can't have to compromise my soul to make it, I can't. You can't make me. He said that back on April 28th of this year. He builds his character around his reality. And now his reality is the AEW World Champion. Here's something very important when it comes to this. The squash looked ugly on the surface, and it was absolutely the right call because MJF still looks good and Darby Allin is still getting the moment he deserves. But now let's talk about MJF, because here's what people miss when they talk about his loss. MJF didn't just lose in a vacuum. He lost because AEW had to balance a business reality with a narrative reality, and they found a way to honor both. It's been confirmed that MJF is built heavily into AEW creative plans throughout the summer. The title loss is just a chapter, not the conclusion of this era of MJF's career. While Culture reported that the original plan for Double or Nothing was a multi-man situation with MJF, those plans changed because instead they want to do a one-on-one rematch with a stipulation for Double or Nothing between him and Darby Allin. And it gets interesting. Darby Allin, the new AEW World Champion, doesn't want MJF's Burberry scarf. Doesn't want his diamond ring. He doesn't want the $1 million. Like, he was trying to get something out of him. He's like, MJF was trying to give him something in order to get the rematch he says he deserves. And Darby Allin said he doesn't want any of that. He said instead he wants his hair. He also said that some of his hair is plugged from Turkey, like he did the turkey hair treatment, which everyone started laughing at. So we get now a title versus hair AEW World Championship at Queens, New York on May 20th.
So, Double and Nothing, New York City, Queen, and MJF is from New York. So it's hair versus hair match. May 24. When is it? Next week.
24th for Double or Nothing. Let me break down why this stipulation is genius. MJF flew apparently to Turkey to get hair transplants. And apparently that's true. Darby is targeting the one thing money can't immediately replace. Queens is a stone throw away from Plainsview, Long Island, MJF's hometown. MJF has 1 week to agree to this match. He has to show up at next Wednesday's contract signing, or Darby says he'll never, ever grant him another title. How can MJF say no? He's going to have to say yes if he wants that title. So that becomes a psychological hook for this match. And that's why this match is working. But anyway, what do you guys think? Does MJF show up to the contract signing, or does he fold? Let me know in the comments. But now, let's talk about some of Tony.
Yes. MJF is going to be there next week to sign that contract, no matter what.
Khan's instincts when it comes to this. This is something that I don't think most wrestling coverage have talked about and completely glossed over. The day before Darby wins the title, Tony Khan sits down with King 5 News, and this was said by Fightful. Like, they're the only ones that talk about it, but not many people talked about it afterwards. Tony Khan said to King 5 on April 14th that from now on, I will only trust my instincts. I will only execute the ideas that I believe in. That was from Tony Khan. Now, for context, and I need you to pay attention to how this is going to land based on the current climate when it comes to AEW. At the end of 2025, Khan had publicly admitted he was involving too many voices in AEW's creative process, too many hands in the pot, talent influence, veterans input, creative by committee. The IWC has been screaming about inconsistency booking for the better part of that year. And then 24 hours before one of the most emotionally resonated changes in AEW history, this is what he says publicly. Now, I check Reddit, and they're pretty much split when it comes to this. On one end, they say, how many times has he said this? On the other hand, they're saying he was right. AEW has been on fire ever since. And somewhere in the middle, the most honest read is, for better or worse, all the credit and blame goes to him now. There's no one else we can blame if the story goes bad going forward, because he said he's having less people involved. That last one is the one that is important. That last thing that was said in Reddit. Now, what's important is I'm not interested in being a Tony Khan defender or a Tony Khan critic. I'm interested in the outcome of all these decisions. And the outcomes right now, Darby's title win landed. It was great. The hair stipulation is interesting. The gauntlet derby that Darby is running, Pac, Okada, MJF. It's interesting things that you will think it's compelling television. If that's what trusting his instincts look like, I think we can work with that. But here's where I won't do. I won't pretend the quote doesn't carry weight because it signals something about accountability. Tony Khan just made it publicly clear, and he made a public deal with himself that he just puts his name on every creative decision going forward. That's it. Anything goes wrong, it's on him. Now, let's build this out. You got Darby Allin, a man who literally slept in his car to chase his moment as the babyface champion, running 3 title defenses in the AEW space for a month. You got MJF, arguably the best promoter in wrestling today, bar none, as the hometown villain coming back for what he believes is his title in Queens with his most personal insecurity on the line. And you got Tony Khan, who just declared publicly that he's betting everything on his own instincts, booking both of them in what could be the centerpiece of AEW's biggest.
So this will be the big. So Tony Khan. He owned the NFL, the Jacksonville, Florida Jaguar, and some other soccer team. If you look him up, you find out who Tony Khan is. Now he owns AEW Wrestling.
Show this year. So when it comes to all this, in my world, Darby brings danger, MJF brings gravity, Tony Khan, the new way, says he brings the instinct. The question is whether all 3 pull the same direction or 3 different ones. Because think about it, if MJF is juggling movie commitments, Darby is doing the best in-ring work of his life right now, and Tony just publicly staked his creative credibility on delivering at Double or Nothing. I don't know, man. If May 24 delivers and this card has every structural reason to, and Khan's instincts were right, AEW's 2026 story writes itself into the history books. And if it doesn't, well, people are going to bring back what he said. They're going to say, here are the receipts, what you said about you being the writer. Regardless, this is the match. This is the moment. May 24th, Queens, New York, title versus hair at Double or Nothing. I'm locked in. And if you're a fan of this company, you should be too, to be honest. Now, before I go, as always, 3 questions. 1, does MJF show up to the next week's contracts?
Yeah, he is going to be there signing the contract.
Signing, or does he stall? 2, who walks out of Double or Nothing as the AEW champion? And
I feel that Darby going to win, but I feel like MJF is going to sneak it away to win.
And 3, Tony Khan says he's trusting his instincts now. Is this a good thing, or the same story that he's told before, but a different chapter?
I would say Tony doing his best to do something new. So I would say 50-50.
Drop your thoughts below. Let me know. As always, hit the T, hit right, hit the like button and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one.
All right, guys. So what do you think about MJF versus Darby Allin, title versus hair next week on Double or Nothing AEW? Are you gonna watch it? I know I am gonna watch it. But like, comment, share. See you in the next video. Peace. All right, guys. I'm gonna drop the link and so for I'm gonna put this on. You know what? I'll play this song. Oh yeah, and remember, you can hit the link.
Link, motherfucker.
Yeah, what you
Hit that
saying?
link, motherfucker.
Hit the link, and let's play the song.
Something in the dark is calling out my name. Every time the sun goes down, I feel the change. Heartbeat racing like a fire in my veins. Every moment turning pages in the flames. Electric in the air, I feel the tension rise. City lights reflecting deep inside your eyes. Lost between the shadows and the skyline glow. This is where the broken hearts ignite the show. I feel the energy burning inside of me. We're gonna set this free tonight. Let's light it up tonight, like a meteor burning through the sky. Won't fade into the night. We're diamonds in the dark, we're gonna shine. Light it up tonight. Let the fire in our souls collide. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Yeah. So light it up tonight. Yeah. Turn the lights low, feel the bass in your chest. Every doubt in my head getting laid to rest. We were stuck in the shadows, living half alive. Now we're breaking through the dark just to finally rise. See the sparks in the sky like a signal flare. Every voice in the crowd saying we're still here. Every scar, every loss, turn the spark to a flame. Now the whole world's burning when they scream our name. We were lost in the noise, trying just to survive. Now the sound of the night makes the moment ignite. So we strike like lightning when the beat drops down. Turn the fear into fire when the world shuts down. The energy breaking the chains in me. We're gonna set this free tonight. Let's light it up tonight, like a meteor burning through the sky. We won't fade into the night. We're diamonds in the dark, we're gonna shine. Light it up tonight. Let the fire in our souls collide. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Your eyes shining through the night. Your voice pulling me to the light. My head keeps spinning, the world keeps shifting. But we won't disappear. Let's light it up tonight, like 1,000 stars across the sky. We won't fade into the night. We're burning brighter every time. Light it up tonight. Let the darkness finally ignite. We won't fall without a fight. So light it up tonight. Yeah. Hey, Mr.
Remember, the line. You can hit the link if we want to talk. But I'm gonna play the last song. Just let me know. And yeah, that's gonna be the last part. And see you tomorrow I'll be streaming tomorrow earlier, and I'm gonna play this last song. So that's it. Thank you for coming to the radio show. Remember to like and share. See you on the next video. Peace and good night.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was stuck up in the storm, yeah. Trying to find where I belong, yeah. Now I walk tall, I stay strong. Hear me now, I've been moving on. I don't need fear, I'm reborn. Tell them I'm so free, no, and record on me. I'm so free, no, and record on me. Stand tall, head high, no shame on me. I'm so free, no, and record on me. Back then I was trapped in doubt. People talking loud, trying to count me out. Now I'm stepping out the dark, found light inside my heart. No more chains hanging from my soul. No more fear trying to take control. Every scar turned into strength. Every loss helped build my faith. They flex online, I build real life. Peace in my mind, that's my highlight. Stay true even through hard nights. Now I shine bright with the right light. Running through the rain, now I healed up. Every setback only made me realer. Freedom in my spirit, can't steal that. Henry Cord gone, I don't feel that. Tell them I'm so free, no Henry Cord on me. I'm so free, no chains holding me. Head high, strong soul, no shame on me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord on me. Okay. I was stuck up in the storm, yeah. Trying to find where I belong, yeah. Now I walk tall, I stand strong. I don't chase fame, I chase peace. Real love and loyalty over greed. People switch up for the spotlight glow, but real ones stay when the lights get low. I survive pressure, survive pain. Walk through fire, hard, dance through rain. Now every day feels like a reset. No fear living inside my chest. No chains on me, no fear on me. No Henry Cord controlling me. I'm free now, finally free now. Yeah. I'm so free. Yeah.